We are now streaming.
Question.
What up, yo, dog? What up?
I have.
Oh shit! I didn't update Twitch,
spell.
did I? Second, Twitch. I
I'm
didn't.
sorry, two of you were talking again.
I have this spell called Lesser Restoration.
I want to talk over him real quick.
Okay.
The effect is blinded asterisk in D&D Beyond. What does that mean?
Blinded?
Yeah, blinded like with an asterisk next to it. What is
well,
it?
blinded is
Called blinded mean?
so blinded is an effect where you're blinded. I could look at the asterisks, but it's kind of like similar effects. So like, there's blinded, there's deafened.
Okay. Yeah, because it like
you can't
cures
see anything.
one thing.
Yeah,
the
the
Cures one thing.
The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned that you can fix with lesser restoration.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Question.
So, and this is a good time for a reminder about spell components. So, if you look at some of your spells, some of them have like components listed underneath the description of the spell. Things like it'll be like, first there'll be like letters like V or S or M. Those are like the somatic requirements. So like whether or not a spell uses vocal, hand movements, or materials. Some spells require a material. Some of the materials are like stupid shit, like a small parchment of paper with a bit of holy text written on it. Stuff like that.
The light
really don't need
cantrip
a source.
requires a firefly or a phosphorescent moss.
Right. Stuff like that you don't really need, but certain spells require will literally say like a diamond worth 1,000 gold or a diamond worth 500 gold pieces. Stuff like that you guys will have to source to be able to cast those spells.
Okay.
So it's just a good time to just remind you to just double check your spells when you cast them to see if they require like a component. A lot of the lower level beginner spells don't require that kind of stuff, but once you get to like the greater restorations or revivify, that stuff requires. What was that?
I think even lesser restoration requires something, doesn't it?
No, it's
Really?
doesn't. It's just verbal and semantic.
Cool.
Greater restoration requires a diamond, I believe. I have like 50 gold pieces.
Where is this?
Yeah.
Where is this in
If you click on your spell, it'll pop up on the right.
Yeah, it'll next to components.
If it's
in the window that opens up.
If it says V, you have to be able to speak to say to do the spell. If it says S, you have to be able to do hand movements to do the spell. And if it has M, you need that material, or like I have a staff, so I don't need any materials that aren't gold cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if the spell lists a gold cost to it, that's something you will have to source. So.
And it will consume that whatever we have,
unless it says otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of what keeps clerics and whatnot balanced, as well as like revivify, because otherwise you guys are basically
cast that
like
shit every long rest.
Yeah, you're like immortals.
I also like how Critical Role makes you roll after the first time you've been revivified.
Yeah, and the more you die, the harder it gets for it to succeed. I'm gonna have to look up his actual specific rule on it, because that's something I'm gonna implement.
I don't know if he's
died yet.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's died in his thing either. Like fully died.
Okay, because now I realize that I have protection from good and evil requires holy water or powdered silver.
Is there a gold cost to either of those?
It doesn't say. It just says holy water or powdered silver and iron.
Then you're good.
Which the spell consumes.
Then you just use your holy symbol to cast the spell.
Yeah. It consumes.
Yeah, so unless it says a gold cost, you can use a spellcasting focus. Your holy symbol would work for that. My staff works for that.
Basically, we're doing something what's known as the rule of cool, where we don't give a shit.
Actually, spellcasting focus is an actual rule.
It is.
Well, yeah.
Not even really cool.
Because Okay, so I also have Sanctuary and Shield of Faith. Sanctuary uses a small silver mirror, but doesn't consume it. And Shield of Faith requires small parchment with a bit of holy text
Where did I get
written
a
on it.
bottle
Right.
Yeah. So unless it says a
that
gold
mean-
cost, you can just use your holy symbol to cast the spell.
Right.
Okay, so none of these are an issue unless one of them has
Has
the
a gold
This-
cost.
Like Total said, this is kind of is like a rule of cool because some DMs will get very hardcore and be like, "Oh, you need to source each and every one of these items." For my game, I am only going to be a stickler about it if it's a gold cost item. That's
it's a
where
big deal.
yeah. Otherwise, generally it'll be as long as you have your spell casting focus. Dog, stop crying. You should be fine. But just think about it as you're like selecting spells to go with and whatnot.
Right.
It's more of an issue for somebody like Jacob who can only change spells when he levels up.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody else that's a spellcaster, you generally don't have to worry as much because you can swap out spells during like long rests.
Question, and I don't know if you're gonna have an answer for this, Farrell. Where the fuck did I get a glass bottle from?
Probably a potion you drank at one point.
When I drink potions, does it just automatically give me a glass bottle?
No, but you might have added it to your inventory or something like that at one point.
Okay.
I could see
I think
you
I
like.
asked about this.
Yeah, I feel like you did at one point.
Oh, that's right. I have
No,
someone's
I drank a bottle at
skull.
one point, but still.
Yeah, you kept the skull for some reason.
I have another item on here that I'm not sure I should have. I have a case, map, or scroll. It's venturing gear. Would I have the map or scroll?
I think you would have. That was probably like some of your starting equipment.
I think
with
of a
your
starting
character.
equipment, yeah.
Your character didn't start with gold, but you probably took the equipment at the very least.
Yeah, I don't know why I have this though. I might just toss it.
Whatever. All right. Are you guys
Nope.
ready for a recap?
Nope.
No, you're still leveling.
I'm still trying to pick my.
One
spell.
last question from me, I swear. I promise you
your
this is the
options,
last
bud.
question.
Hold on.
How do I attack with two weapons now?
So
Stab with
extra
one
attack-
hand, you stab with the other hand.
Yeah, so you got extra attack in Blue's game, so it's the same thing. It's just 2 attacks in 1 turn, as long as you take the attack action.
Why didn't I get it in this game?
Because you just leveled up this game.
Well, why? When do I get it?
Level 5, I think.
Oh damn.
But I am level 5. It gave me uncanny dodge. It didn't give me.
Oh, it depends on the class.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking. Look at that.
Uncanny dodge.
Maybe rogues don't get.
I think they
extra
get
attack.
it
What's
later
the point of
on.
my second dagger? My dagger sucks. I've got 2 daggers and I only use one of them. I'm that cool.
You're taking 2 weapon fighting as a feat.
Barbarians, monks, paladins, and rangers get their extra attack at level 5.
I didn't get that as a feat.
So yeah, rogues don't
said you
get.
could have.
Yeah, you're not a rogue. You're
Rogues-
a rogue, not a barbarian, monk,
Yeah.
paladin, or ranger, or a fighter.
No, what Blue said. What Blue said. Take it as a feat.
If you did you take dual? Did you take dual wielder feat?
No, I
or
didn't. Because I
2
was
weapon
told I was
fighting?
going to get it later.
I think you get it at some
Then-
point. I just think
have
it's
it,
later.
So I imagine you have, because one of my actions in combat is 2 weapon fighting. And it says I can do 2 attacks, basically just using a bonus action.
Give that to me.
Is it not under your bonus actions? Because it is for
I'm
me.
looking
I know
for.
I
bonus
know I never
actions.
specifically.
Oh,
took
dual
it.
wielder. Yeah, there it is. When did I get this?
That is a good
I have it
question.
as a feat already,
So you took dual wielder as a feat.
but I didn't.
I don't think he did.
Oh.
What
But-
feats did you take? No, you did
the
take
feats-
dual wielder as a feat.
No, I took persuasion. Oh wait, no, that's expertise.
So click on features and traits, and then go all the way to the right that said feats. Dual wielder is there.
So if I'm reading crossbow expert correctly, which I don't think the
Features
situation
and
is
traits,
combat.
move all the way to feet. Yeah, I see that right there, and I see it as a feat, but I'm checking like the character level like area, and I'm seeing when did I take this because I don't remember taking this.
Level 4 is when I believe you got a feat.
The fuck?
So you would have had that.
Total's thinking ahead. Total's thinking
Language.
ahead. Total thought.
What were you saying,
The future, Total.
Lucid?
So if I had like 2 crossbows / was in close range with one person and then long range with another, I could make 2 attacks basically.
So with you, because your crossbows with crossbow expert, you don't have to worry about reloading anymore. So basically, you can do 2 attacks with the same crossbow. You don't have to worry about having like a close range crossbow and a long range crossbow.
Oh, okay.
The really cool thing, if you read the last sentence, it says with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow you are holding.
Right.
So if you have a sword in one hand, a one-handed sword, and a hand crossbow in the other, you could use your main attack with the sword, and then your extra attack, your bonus action with the hand crossbow.
Okay, perfect. That's
really
what I was
cool.
thinking I was reading, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's cool. Clyde has the crossbow expert feat, and I used that to kill Total's character in Colby's one shot.
Good times, and then we burned him alive.
I still wish you would have recorded that game because that was fun.
I kind of wish I did too. I think it was because I was too rushed right at the start. I didn't have time to set up. Otherwise, I probably would have.
Now, does the one-handed weapon necessarily need to be a weapon? Or can I unarmed strike into a crossbow?
You can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because your hand is technically, or your fist is technically a weapon.
Mine's not.
Sure.
Yeah, you do negative damage.
I don't do negative damage. I just do 0 damage.
I will say, Lucid, you do 0 damage for your unarmed strike.
I was thinking I could thematically kick off of somebody or
Yeah, you can do something like that.
and then shoot them.
That would be like a shove attack.
Yeah.
Well, then you might as well have a dagger to do the extra damage.
I was just.
You see, what you gotta do is you gotta take your crossbow and then hold the dagger underneath it, like you're raiding
Fucking
like
Call
a
of
complex or something Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Fucking
Be all tactical.
Modern Warfare, dude. Tactical knife.
Yeah, dude.
Only quick scopes allowed.
Tactical.
Can't no hard scoping. Only quick scopes.
Kawhi,
Oh my god.
do you need help picking spells?
Do you remember when people were
I'm just
mad at
reading the spell set.
and quick scoping? You had to scope an exact perfect amount of time for it to be
Yeah.
okay.
People were obsessed with it. And I actually was really good at quick scoping. And I had people screaming at me for hard scoping. I'm like, dude, the scope didn't even get up to my eyeball. It's not a hard scope. Calm the fuck down.
People are fucking crybabies. That's what's hard scoping.
I'm like, yeah, the gun moved a little bit, but I didn't zoom in at all.
Using the fucking sight when you're done.
Yeah.
Whose dog is that?
It's Kawhi's.
That's mine, my bad.
I used to love,
I just have a question.
the second I got called out on quick scoping, I would just hard scope the rest of the game, just to piss them off.
Coco, hey, come here. Come here.
Kawhi, I'm not stressed about your dog or anything like that, but what are they barking at? I have to
Either
know.
back neighbors, front neighbors, a dove, squirrel,
Dove.
the world.
Is it raining
Life.
down there for you?
Dude, it sprinkled for 2 minutes. That was our rain.
We've
That's
been
our
getting
fucking
dumped on
rain.
for 2 days, bro.
I was hoping we
What
get dumped on,
state
but
are you
nothing.
in?
Cali,
I'm so sorry.
What state are you in?
California.
Cali.
Blue, why
Cali?
didn't you say they were streaming, you asshole?
I did say I was
Remember the
streaming.
He did.
When?
You didn't say that.
I legitimately did say it.
You did not.
Dude,
You
I've been
liar.
streaming
You did.
for so long already.
You've been streaming for 14 minutes and you didn't even give me the opportunity to press the button.
He did. He said it.
Handed that to Discord.
I did. I literally said it in the voice chat. You had equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity, my ass. I wasn't. We didn't have agreement. You dick.
Total. Don't be a sore
Wait,
loser.
do you have a question?
I am a sore loser right now. I'm gonna be
Hop on
sore.
with
as
game time
hell.
if you do.
How dare you?
Hold on.
I'm not mad or anything. What do you mean?
You seem mad.
That's fair. I just, yeah, I do seem mad. It's crazy.
You seem mad TV.
Why are you mad though?
I'm mad because I can't see my forehead.
Then maybe you should show.
What?
What?
Oh
What?
damn, you have
You
a
never
ton of
seen
options.
TFS?
What is? No, I haven't. I don't know what CFS.
You don't know what
is.
TFS is? TFS. T.
TFS? I don't.
You should do one with shadows and be like
Team
fucking
Fortress Classic?
No, you don't know who Team 4 Star is?
No, I have no
No.
idea.
Well, you just uncultured then.
Okay.
Okay, and the sun goes around the sun. What's new?
Did you just say the sun goes around the sun?
I was about to say that. But I said the Earth
That's a
goes
good
around
one,
the sun.
Kawhi. That's a good one, Kawhi.
Team 4 Star does an abridged did an abridged series of Dragon Ball Z. And they're like the my internet. Oh no.
Ooh.
It's not me. I got mine fixed.
Everyone just kind of cut out. Is everyone dead? Are we all dead?
Are you there?
We all died.
Discord,
Hello there.
you hear me?
Oh my
Are
god.
you there? Discord, say bananas if you're there.
Strawberries.
Say bananas. Oh shit.
Your name?
That's a good anime
Good movie.
It's not bad.
movie. Yeah.
You guys ready to hike out of the desert for another 8 sessions?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we gonna have 8-session hike back to Brisus, or are we
No.
Okay.
I want one.
No, we've been there before. So we can
This desert
Wait a minute,
crawl
wait a minute.
was kind
We
of
gotta
like this desert crawl was kind of like a pseudo dungeon crawl for you guys, since it was like early level. This is how you like grinded out XP and built a bond. Now that we're kind of like getting into the story and digging a bit more, it's gonna go a little bit quicker.
What do you recommend?
Are we gonna be
13 in-game days per session.
What's up, Clay?
I think you should go the Gore the God Butcher route and go one with the shadows, right? And then you can like dip in and out of the shadows, make monsters and shit. That's gotta be what it means.
But
There's
it
like
says-
5 different conversations happening at the moment, and there's 6
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Kawhi got
I
his
wanna make a
Eldritch
sixth one. I'm
Invocation,
making a sixth
so
one right
like,
now.
to be honest, it's understandable.
Yeah,
Yep.
you guys-
That
you guys
changes
keep
so
talking,
much
so
about
it's
how
fucking-
Warlock
300
changed.
range is pretty legit.
That's why
I
I didn't realize it came from that. That's why I took it off and I saw like, oh, no more 300.
How about the airplane food?
Yeah, the range will come in pretty useful for you if you plan to be a backline fighter. But I mean, you are also
You're welcome.
the melee flavor of Warlock.
Exactly. That's what
X-Blades.
Yeah, so I mean, you've generally up to this point been more of a range player, but if you wanted to transition to being more
that's
melee, this
'cause
would be a good opportunity.
I thought Eldritch Blast by itself was 300. That's why. I was just going-
yeah.
And normal is 120, which is still good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm kind of like, should I go to different? Now, okay,
Yeah, you
here's a
get so many options.
Here's a stupid ass question: what is my packed weapon?
It's
whatever that you made your pact with. So probably your short sword.
I think it's
Okay,
short sword.
so it's whatever my weapons are, right?
Yeah, it's whatever, like, because you can change your pact weapon whenever you want. You just have to do like a at ritual or something like that at a rest.
I was just making sure I didn't equip it or something like that.
Your pact weapon is magical too, I believe.
Right.
So
it's
that
magical and gets some extra effects.
Which is kind of nice considering it would have not been doing half damage to the fire elemental.
Stop it. Dog, stop it. I don't believe the fire elemental was resistant to non-magic.
Wait, really? Resistant. It's just resistant? Usually
it's just resistant. I don't remember it being.
Usually it is to non-magical.
Wait, I remember it being we had reduced damage to physical.
Yeah, but if it's
piercing and slashing because that's from non-magical.
Yeah, so his magical short sword would have been fine.
Yeah, but he was still using.
Yeah, so when I used
right.
Well, when I used sacred weapons, then I was able to actually use it.
Yes.
Yep.
I was actually able to hurt it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Pact of the Blade, your pact. Basically, as an action, you can create a pact weapon in your hand. You choose the form.
There's improved pact weapon. What is improved pact weapon?
It makes spears, bows, basically a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, I was like, because then I can.
I assumed it's just gonna buff your weapon. I didn't realize
that's what. Same here. I want a zombie. Going with Undying Servitude. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's however you want to play the thing.
Yeah, it's your character.
What makes sense for the role play?
What was that?
What makes sense for the role play?
Y'all are fucking killing me right
now. Oh my god.
Hold on, I got it. So, if you don't like the choice, we can always just kill your character.
What makes sense for the roleplay?
All right.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Roll a die to pick.
Yeah.
Flip a coin. Then you'll know.
I don't know which one you want. I can't really give you a real answer.
I rolled a 9 for you.
How cool the names of the fucking.
I don't what in what? What did you roll?
So Eldritch Spear.
A D20.
What does beast speech do?
I think it lets you talk to beasts.
Yeah, any beast.
Yeah, I would assume that
it makes you sound like a beast. It makes you really good at.
You can speak with animals. Beguiled influence. You gain proficiency in deception and persuasion skills. I'm not.
Man, that's pretty good.
It's good, but I don't know. Well,
what does Gaze of Two Minds do?
Wait, which one?
Gaze of Two Minds.
Gaze of Two Minds. You can use your action to touch a willing humanoid and perceive through its senses until the end of your next turn. As long as the creature is on the same plane of existence as you, you can use your actions on subsequent turns to maintain this.
So basically, when I snuck off to go check on what those guys were doing, you could have seen what I was looking at as well.
Mm-hmm.
Same with ghostly gaze, I guess, but within 30 feet of an object.
What about Mask of Many Faces?
A list where I can check all these.
Hold on.
The dogs are barking.
Here you go. This is what I'm looking at. That's why I was quiet and taking too long.
You're good, dude.
Yeah, Warlock gained a lot at this level, so.
Yeah, Ukraine.
Imagine having more than 2 things change about your character at once. Couldn't be me.
Ascendant Step lets you cast Levitate on yourself without a spell slot? That's good. What the heck?
What?
What are you gonna do when you're levitating?
Oh, that's at 9th level. Never mind. You can't get that yet.
I was like, what are you looking at?
Eyes of the Runekeeper's cool.
That was one that I think that was one I was looking at. Let's see.
Raven Queen's Lesson. How's that look to you?
No, I don't get that.
You don't have that one?
No. That's why
your page.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cloak of Flies is kind of interesting. Devil's Sight is always good.
Flies, yeah.
That'll give you dark vision. Plus, you would see through magical darkness, which is something I can't even do, and I create magical darkness.
Bubble, right? Yeah, that's your bubble.
Uh-huh. So then you would have advantage on attacking anything in the bubble, just because you can see it, and they can't see you.
Because the crabs not see in the darkness either?
Nothing can see in magical darkness unless they have something like Devil's Sight that lets them.
Or like Tremor Sense and stuff.
Yeah, or Blind Sight.
Mm-hmm.
Most things cannot see in magical darkness.
I just don't know where to go.
Oh, you could get Eldritch Smite. Gives you a smite.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good, and it's force damage. Force damage is like the best damage type in the game.
But that's the same as my Eldritch Blast, huh?
Yeah, but it's melee flavor.
Yes. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Oh, then. Wouldn't that be good with the double?
Gift of the Depths is pretty good too. You can just breathe underwater, and you get a swimming speed.
I was gonna say, how often are we in water?
I mean, you never know. We're right by an ocean.
Yeah, that's why I was like, crab people, pool of poop.
If it helps, maybe think about like what would Butter choose. Not so much like looking at it for utility, but maybe choose based on like what you think Butter would.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking. What's the one?
Didn't I already say that?
Did you? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Lance of Lethargy is pretty good.
I said what is best for roleplay. In other words, what would your character choose?
You know, it's a little different than what I said, but you know, pretty, you know.
Thanks, guys.
Square peg in a round hole type of thing.
Butter would take Mask of Many Faces, guaranteed.
Everything goes in the square hole.
Mask of Many Faces. You can cast Disguise Self at will.
It goes in the square hole.
It goes with Butter, but I like the zombies.
I can't believe it's not Butter.
What?
Oh my god. What did you just say,
Wait,
Phil? What did you just say?
What happened?
I can't believe it's not Butter.
You want zombies, right? So go with zombies.
You just said something that I can never let go of. Oh no.
No, what do you mean? I can't believe it's not Butter. What's wrong with it?
That's gonna live rent free in my head every session.
Oh my god. One with Shadows is really good.
Whenever Kawhi talks out of character, now we have to say that.
Alright, I think I'm good.
You know what would have been interesting is if you did the what was it? Where'd it go? I forget what it was called now, but when you hit something with Eldritch Blast, you could bring it 10 feet closer to you. And then that would go with, then you can go with a sword attack then, you know?
You mean behind you? Or
there was one for closer and one for pushing further away.
Yeah, Grasp of Hadar will bring them 10 feet closer to you.
Yeah, and since you have a sword as a packed weapon,
nothing personal, kid.
You can Eldritch Blast, bring them closer to you, attack with your sword.
Once again, we have 5 different conversations going on. We have 6 different people.
Mm-hmm. There's some fun combinations you can do.
What do you mean combinations?
Right.
Are you talking about the conversations?
No, not at all.
You can combine the conversations.
I'm trying to
make a
create the conversations.
A conversation combination.
All right, let's go.
Thirsting Blade is so good.
It automatically saves, right?
What's Thirsting Blade do?
Thirsting Blade lets him attack twice with his packed weapon a turn.
That's you see, you bring him to you and then attack him twice, kind of thing. Shit, I don't know. Or smite double attack. Could you do that? I don't know.
Could you do
this? So.
Start the game. Start the game.
Hold on, I'm making something.
Making something?
No.
I mean, you're making
make things with the DM.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet. Hold on.
Because then it gives me more time looking at my spells and
streaming for a half hour.
No, you haven't. Shut up.
Content.
The good news is I don't have work tomorrow, so.
Ayo.
Yeah, I'm the one with work tomorrow.
I have work tomorrow too, but you know what? I'm down for anything.
That's no.
Joke's on you.
I work at 5 in the morning.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Yeah, right.
You work at 5 in the morning?
Yeah, every day. Actually, on Fridays I work at 4 in the morning.
I wake up at 4:30 and I start at 6.
That sounds miserable.
Yes.
Why would you ever do that?
Money.
I'm highly considering changing my job, so I don't have.
Don't you get a date? What days do you have off?
Monday and Tuesday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Currently, for me, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
What?
Yeah, we're doing
That's
Friday,
what you were
Saturday,
making, Farrell. Oh my god.
Scale up the H and put a U right around it. What are you doing?
That was the next size.
Fucking scale it up, motherfucker!
I had less than a minute, okay? It's the best I could do.
I will download it and improve it for you.
Fucking low effort meme post, alright?
It was worth.
I'm going to download it and improve it for you. Jesus Christ, man.
I'm gonna file a DMCA.
Oh my god.
So
we killed a fire elemental.
Something like that.
Also, did we read the book, or do I have knowledge book and we didn't read it yet?
I can read the book.
You have knowledge book, but you didn't read it yet.
Alright, cool. I'll read it later.
I don't think you'll have the chance to. I think Clyde's just gonna take it and fuck off.
Clyde can go
for
Come on.
Clyde already got what he wanted, and we have no idea what it is, because we didn't follow him. Press start to begin. I'm pressing start.
So,
it's not doing anything.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
This time on Dragon Ball Z.
Last time you guys got a big old tussle with a fire elemental. Watson tried wrestling it. It didn't work.
I don't think that's
sure about
that.
Altius earned his proficiency in bucket.
What does that mean? Hold on. What does that mean for me?
It could not get hit.
It means if you use a bucket on a fire elemental again, you get to add your proficiency bonus. That just went up.
Or if you use a bucket at all in combat.
Right.
Butter sat in the background and pew-pewed at it with his finger lasers.
Sounds about right.
And Jacob did some cool magical stepping maneuvers to heal a burning Watson and save his life. And Leo got set on fire, I think, like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It couldn't hit me.
So it just set you on fire?
It couldn't hit me, so it got mad and just set me on fire.
You guys tried to interject against Naled and stop him, but he just ignored you and left. You also got in the face of one of his followers, lieutenants, something. A guy named Khymall that most of you guys just kind of ran past and ignored while Altius let him go. You also remember Clyde disappeared for most of that fight and showed up at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
And presumably he went and finished what he was there for? No confirmation? But he did promise to tell you guys what happened. And basically, after you guys took out the fire elemental, you were able to do a quick search around the area. You found some nice stale crackers that Butter enjoyed. You found a book of some sorts that looked like heavily damaged and kind of ripped through, but you have a book.
I have a book.
And you also kind of inspected the center pyre that was in the middle of this cavern.
You put it in roll 20, really? I just saw it, sorry.
I'll have you rejoin the group. So, basically, you guys finished off investigating this pyre and determined that it wasn't able to be destroyed for some reason or another. And Clyde mentioned along the lines of that he might have a recommendation of what you can look into for it, or might have a recommendation for somebody you could talk to, but he hasn't given that information yet. He just basically, a side comment just said, "Oh, I might know somebody that knows something about this," and that's where we come back. So, you guys are still in the opening of this chamber. You just got done watching Clyde shoot an explosive arrow at it, did nothing to it, and now you are left to determine whether or not to just flat out leave this cave system, explore it more, or kill yourselves.
Wait, I'm sorry, what just happened in the story did you mention?
We tried to blow up the altar.
Yep. You had asked Clyde to shoot an explosive bolt at it.
Don't forget
that didn't do any damage.
Don't forget I smacked it with thunderous smite.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's right. It sent you flying. So
my ears are also ringing, so I should probably be partially deaf in this.
Yep. RP it as you will. So yeah.
I think everybody's ears are ringing, last I remember.
Probably.
At least either from the thunderous smite or from Clyde's explosive arrow. You guys are in a probably large chamber, but 2 concussive blasts in a row probably leaves your ears a bit tinnitus-y.
If I flip through that book quickly, what seems to be the topics discussed within?
Flipping through, it's a lot of. Are you like, do you want to do like an investigation check, or are you just like taking like a quick glance just to see if anything catches your eye?
In this situation, I'm just gonna do a quick glance to see what.
Okay.
Just kind of see like an overall topic, see if it's like what's the purpose of the book.
So it's like it's a really rough looking journal from the exterior. Like it's got a lot of wear and tear on it, and opening it up and trying to flip through the pages proves to be quite difficult because there are large sections of this journal that seem just ripped out.
Okay.
And pages that are just not there, not all there. So you really don't get much of a grasp on what the purpose of this book was just from trying to page through, just because of how much damage is there to this book.
Well, if everyone else is just sitting around still, I'll do a full check through it then, see if I can find anything useful.
Okay. What are the rest of the party doing? Are you guys kind of getting antsy to leave, or are you kind of taking a moment to do like a short rest?
I'm taking I'm just taking time to think for myself, but I don't know what everybody else is doing.
I think we should get the fuck out of here.
Which tune out?
I'm in the boat. We need to leave before people attack.
I thought we were already leaving. But okay.
So
what was rolled?
So if you are doing it like an investigation check, that would be like sitting down and like taking time to do it.
Yeah.
So okay. So the rest of the part, you guys are kind of like considering leaving, and you're making your way to the opening of the chamber, and Jacob's kind of just holding back,
Sitting on the ground.
sitting on the ground next to that big pyre, and he's like looking through this journal that he found, not really listening to what you guys are saying.
Jacob, we're in enemy territory. We need to get out of here. No one is in a condition to fight if anyone shows up.
Yeah, I'm half burned and covered, and I don't even want to know what. I'd really like to get outside if it's all the same to you, bud.
Fine.
Which, with that check and the kind of disruptions around you, you really don't get much from the first couple of pages.
All right.
Yeah. But
we'll have times to read it later, buddy. Don't worry about it. We got a long road home.
That's true.
So, the rest of you guys decide to just head up through the cavern system?
Yep.
On your way out? Is there a specific order that you want to go in? Just kind of what you usually been doing?
I'll go last, probably.
I feel like I'm half dead at the moment.
Pretty much everybody's
considering my ears.
We're probably trying to get
I
out.
mean, I just had an explosion in my ear.
Yeah.
So I imagine somebody's basically helping to prop me up at this point. So I'm probably like hanging onto the wall.
I guess then
and going rather slowly.
Yeah, it can be like 30 per second or something. I'm pretty sure I want to get the fuck out of that cab. Okay.
So seeing Leo kind of stumbling and a bit delirious, Clyde will come up.
You know what? Definitely going first.
Clyde will go up next to Leo and give him a shoulder and just here. I got you, man. Need a hand?
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. And the two of you will kind of be not the very last, but like second to last. Whoever was going last.
I'm just kind of distracted by the book as I'm walking, so.
Okay. Well, so Jacob goes last.
I was gonna say, I think Jacob would go last here.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's T.S. Watson? You second? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll cast light on something that the person in front of the party is wearing.
Are there any dead bodies?
No.
No, okay.
Nope, nobody died.
Whoever was in the front, your coat is emitting light.
Cool. So,
I don't have a coat, but okay.
How do you want to take going through the caves? Are you gonna go slow and steady, or are you gonna win the race?
I'm gonna say let's go kind of hurried, just a little bit, just a little hurried.
Okay.
But like cautious, kind of hurried. Like
no stealth checks, but a perception check from the person in front. Are you? Well, you're looking for traps, just in case somebody might have like left something behind as they ran away, or
you just didn't notice. Yeah.
Okay. Are you? So you're looking for traps? Just do some perception checks. Just 8's perception check from Altius.
All of us, or
just Altius?
Okay.
I fucking suck.
Yeah. you feel pretty confident going forward with your vision, and plus with the added benefit of your jacket glowing. You don't really notice anything out of the ordinary that you didn't notice on the way in. So going up through the lower chamber, you managed to snake your way to the crossroads chamber, where Watson had overheard those two guards guys talking. You managed a way to snake yourself up there with no issues, and basically now you're standing at the crossroads of four directions, where the direction behind you led further down into the chamber. The direction to your right goes into where those two guardsmen went. The chamber to the left is that like dark half collapsed chamber, and the chamber in front of you leads out of the caves. So if you wanted to continue leaving, you would keep going straight. If you wanted to explore more, it's up to you guys.
We didn't go down any of the paths, did we?
You guys did not go through any other paths. Yeah.
I mean, the video game player in me is obviously telling me to take the other paths, but like, no.
We need to leave.
Yeah, we need to leave. Well, hold on. Actually,
don't do this to me.
Does anything else look enticing about the room? Just curious.
You not gotten close enough down that path because it's a longer stretched hallway with like a torch lit on midway through. It would be like a couple minutes of walking to get to a chamber, presumably.
One sec. I'm gonna flip a coin real quick.
Okay.
Hey, Clyde.
Roll a D2.
Clyde,
I'm rolling a D2.
was there anything worth exploring when you went and found whatever you're looking for?
Heads, I don't go. Tails, I go down the other path. Just to take a look. Wait, that didn't flip.
Really
Why didn't that flip?
Anything, but I mean that's up to you guys. If you feel like looking,
just roll a D4.
Flipping the coin.
Well, if you didn't find anything, I think we should just head out.
Path. I'm going down the other path. Everybody else is. Just one sec, guys.
Altius, wait, and I'll cast guidance on you at least before you leave.
I think he's rolling to decide if he's going or not.
I thought he just said it. Yeah, he just said he was going.
All right. So do a stealth check for me.
I gave you guidance as you were leaving.
Plus a D4.
What does guidance do? I forget.
Plus a D4.
Just a D. Yeah.
Only once.
Only once.
Yep. Okay. Only once. Okay.
Which path are you going?
I don't know. Just pick one. The dealer's choice.
It's not plus.
The map's not loaded, by the way, right?
No.
Oh, we're just on the main screen right now.
It's not +4. It's plus a D4.
I didn't do it yet. I'm saving it.
Oh,
you only have,
you have a
like
+7?
1 minute to use it. I think he has.
Oh wait, I have to use it now.
Yeah, it's only a minute.
Okay. Then I'm gonna. How do I do it?
Just roll a D4 and add it.
+2. So 21.
21. Okay. As quiet as a clip-clopping centaur can, you sneak your way down this longer corridor, staying out of the light of the torch sconce as much as you can.
I also will.
Is my cloak still glowing?
No, as you were walking away, I'm gonna say I'll get rid of light on you.
Okay, good, because I forgot about that. You eventually make your way to the chamber, taking only like a couple minutes of a walk, and peering in, it's all dark. Speaking of dark, does the centaur have dark vision?
Not even slightly.
So you peer in, and it's black. It's dark. You can't really see much out in front of you. There doesn't seem to be a presence of anybody in there. You could light a torch and maybe inspect if you wanted to. To be able to do a perception check.
Should we go meet up with Altius?
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat that for me?
So if you wanted to do like a perception check of this room, you would have to like light a torch or something, because otherwise it is.
I don't think I even have torches on me. I didn't think this far ahead.
You don't have a torch?
Kit,
no.
Can I turn on a torch and give it to him?
He's in another room.
Oh,
in
yeah,
another
sorry.
room.
Kind of zoned out, not gonna lie.
So yeah, it's too dark for you to be able to see, but if you wanted to do like maybe a perception check based on like sound or smell, even you could try. But
you know what? I've got a great sense of smell. I'll go with that.
Okay.
Well, would that be a perception check or?
Yeah, that would be a perception check.
Wouldn't that be
You're
like
using
more
one?
I will.
But that's.
Yeah, it's more using your senses to kind of perceive what's in the area.
Should I go get Altius, guys? I don't think he can see.
He's a horse. How can he not see?
It's dark.
I don't know if you've taken a look at your friends here or yourself, but you guys aren't really doing so.
Yeah, I at least can see and bring him back here.
We can't leave Altius. Hate that he moved out on his own.
It's split party's not always the best.
Well, it's already split.
Look, sniffing the air of this cave, detect the subtle smells of a once fireplace. So you smell like the char of like charcoal and wood upon the air. You detect a hint of like dirty clothes and like beds type of things. And as you kind of like continue your sniffering of the room, you eventually detect a earthy, nasty smell of like a chamber pot.
This room
on the
smells
air.
bad. I'm leaving. I don't think there's anything good in here. Only bad. Let's just go.
You're saying that to yourself, or
I'm kind of just whispering it to myself. Like,
okay,
I should go. Yeah.
Okay.
This is not a good room.
So you make your way back to the group?
I am making my way back to the group. Yes.
Okay. So the group, Altius has been gone a couple minutes now. You're still kind of considering going after them when all of a sudden you hear the stealthy clip clop come down from that.
You mean you hear that? I'm fucking sneaky. Gonna get me some socks.
They've been long enough. They know the clip clop. Start with socks.
Does your horse make too much noise?
So you stealthily get back to the group just as you hear them talking about coming after you. That they're worried about you not being able to see in the dark, or at least Jacob's worried about you not seeing in the dark.
I don't like that room. We should go.
All right. Glad you're okay, buddy.
Don't call me buddy. Let's go.
Don't call me buddy, pal.
Don't call me pal, friend.
So you guys continue going towards the exit. You cross into the chamber where you guys tripped the rockfall trap, as well as deactivated those bear traps that Jacob did. Jacob, do a quick perception check for me as you guys enter this chamber.
Oh, goody. Perception's +3. Oh, 16.
16. So walking into this chamber, being at the back of the group, you're kind of just like torn between this book and the ground that's in front of you, when all of a sudden you walk into a chamber cavern that's very familiar to you, and you remember deactivating those traps, and you think for a moment, like you're pretty proud of that, so you kind of look towards the traps that you had deactivated, and you actually notice they're not there. anymore.
Hmm.
And kind of examining the area, you notice quite a few sets of footprints in the like dusty, gravelly floor of the chamber, as well as what looks to be like drag marks.
Hey, guys. And then I'll also remember that no one else can see at this point, so I'll cast light again on my staff. And I'll point out the fact that the trap's gone and the drag marks.
Okay. Looks like your friend is packing up.
Looks like it. Or he set it up somewhere else.
Possibility.
Could possibly be a little more careful the rest of the way out of the cave.
Yeah, I think your front man probably should keep an eye out. So taking that into account, you guys keep going forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little more carefully.
A little more careful.
No, in fact, I'm going way faster.
Balls to the wall.
Live pretty, die hard. So going forward, it's still Altius at the front, or is Watson? Are you totally like, hell yeah, beating in front of him?
I think Altius is still in front, right?
He's muted right now.
I just need to know
Altius.
just whose foot the trap is setting off. He's got 4 of them to choose from, so
it's definitely Altius then.
I'm
Definitely
thinking
Altius in that case. Yeah.
I imagine that I went towards the middle of the group with the light.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay, so are you taking Jacob's advice into account, or are you just 4-wheeling it, getting out Tokyo Drift?
Tokyo Drift Centaur.
I was gonna say take it carefully, but that statement alone is funny. So, I don't know. I'm now torn.
You're
Take it
centaur?
carefully. Okay, you know what?
Fucking
I dissolve
got
from
him.
the world and disappear right before your eyes because of that pun.
All right, so it's Tokyo Drift or
No, I'm going.
Whisper.
I'm going carefully.
Tiptoe Through the Tulips?
Not exactly tiptoe, but like, let's take it very kind of carefully, a little bit more careful than before.
Okay, so do another perception check.
Is a centaur
Hey.
tiptoeing like tap dancing?
And we're taking it
I mean,
really carefully.
Technically, horses always tiptoe, right?
Do they?
More like a prance,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah?
Well, yeah, because like a hoof is like a toenail. So like,
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, technically.
You are correct.
that's why Altius is
Let's go with
so
that.
active at stealth, obviously.
Yep. So, tiptoeing through the tulips, you continue on, press forward, and
Where were these puns like 5 sessions ago?
I don't know.
Don't worry about
They're
it.
just now popping up.
Don't worry about
You're keeping an eye out for a.
Yeah, we had to unlock them via level up first.
Level 5.
Level
is when
5
you
was
unlock.
pun unlock, yeah.
You all got proficiency in puns at level 5.
That's right.
Your fucking eagle-eyed centaur eyes see, similar to what Jacob mentioned, you see footsteps and drag marks on the floor, like looking like there are a lot of people that made their way through this area and dragging stuff. It looks like possessions maybe, and no signs of traps though. As you continue to make your way through this long stretch corridor, and after
I hate to do this, but I gotta take my dog out to use the restroom.
God damn it!
God.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
You fucking failure. Okay.
So eventually, you guys make your way to the.
Just do an athletics check to make sure that the dog doesn't hit any traps.
We'll take a break here in a moment, just as soon as I finish this sentence.
Sorry.
About 20, 30 minutes of walking, and eventually you start to see the light, the like afternoon glow of the sun coming through what looks to be the exit of the cave system. And as you see that, we'll take our break.
Cool.
Right back.
So go take your for a shit.
Does anyone know how to like distort a layer in GIMP?
No.
Okay. Because I've been trying. I don't know if you saw the improved "I can't believe it's not butter" thing in the general chat, but I'm trying to improve the H, but I can't like italicize it. I can't figure out how to do that.
Is it bad that I like how shitty though it looks?
Yeah, I like the shittiness.
Meme.
Oh, come on.
But I'm going to fucking destroy you guys and make it better real quick.
No, it's like an anti-meme.
Oh, come on. You gotta believe that I can't believe it's not butter.
Look at the first T. Look how shitty the first T.
Yeah, I know. That's why I fixed it.
It's great. And I will not take the slander sitting down, so I'm going to stand up.
Okay, have fun. So you're gonna take it standing up anyway?
No, I'm not taking it sitting. I'll take it standing up.
Okay, that's what I said. Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about? I just walked back.
We're talking about
taking it.
How you like to take it?
Yep.
I mean, preferably lying down, right?
Do you prefer margarine or butter when it comes to taking it?
I don't think either would make a very good lube, to be honest.
It's oil butter.
It depends. I mean,
see, here in Wisconsin, it's illegal to. It's illegal to serve margarine without
we don't use
butter
margarine
as an alternative.
Yeah,
so, really?
Yeah, we don't use margarine in this fucking state.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy it, but
wow.
It's to.
I mean, you're a dairy state, so I guess that makes sense, right?
Yep, dairy production. Yeah. We're all about that cheese up here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's everyone's favorite cheese here, Wisconsinites?
It depends on the situation. You need to.
Really, it is.
I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Pepper jack is pretty good. Provolone is my jam.
I mean,
cheddar is great if you're feeling.
Provolone's pretty great.
Yeah, provolone's pretty great. It's great on everything: grilled cheese, chicken wraps, cheese sandwiches. You know, provolone's good. It's got its utility.
Mm-hmm.
Cheddar is the backbone of the cheese industry. Is what
it really is.
It is. Yeah.
Cheddar.
You got your white cheddar,
your grilled cheese.
Cheddar and mozzarella.
No.
Cheddar's best in a lot of places.
It's hard to beat that.
Cheddar is best in its curd form, with nice light breading, deep fried.
That is true.
What?
That is ultimate form of a cheddar.
Kawhi, have a cheese curd.
Yeah, Kawhi, you need a cheese curd.
Where can I get? Lucid.
Culver's.
Culver's. We used to have poutine up here. I don't know if they still serve it at Summit.
Not poutine. Poutine's different.
What? You're in California. Is there a Culver's in California?
I don't think so.
Culver's?
Yeah.
Like Culver City?
Culver's.
Like
Culver's, the food location.
Yeah, I do not believe so. But then I'm also in a little hick town, so I'm not sure.
Culver's isn't like very far out of the Midwest yet, but it has got some spots.
Well, there's some in
you guys
Arizona.
have In-N-Out,
I know.
Yeah,
we do not.
I know that there's a Culver's in Arizona for one reason, and it's in this chat. I also know that there's one in Georgia.
It's in this chat?
Yeah, the reason that I know that there's a Culver's in Arizona is in this chat, and it's total.
Oh, doxing.
In Arizona? Well, I'll be done.
I've already doxed him before, it's fine.
Total is actually a Culver's in Arizona? Wow.
Totals is Culver's, yes.
Totally is Culver's.
That's what it
It is
works.
2022. People can come out to be whatever they want.
Jeez.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know how to refer to a Culver, but I would presume it's they/them.
No. It's what is it?
It'd be cheese
Dairy-
slash
what is
curd
it?
or something
Dairy?
like that.
Yeah.
Though Culver's
dairy
cheese curds
slash
are honestly
butter.
trash tier.
Curd/whey.
Culver's cheese curds are
Honestly-
not an accurate representation of cheese curds.
Exactly.
Honestly, when I went to UW Madison, they had pretty darn good cheese curds at
You guys
the dining
talking
hall.
about me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
I wanted to congratulate you for coming out as a Culver's.
I got back a minute ago and I put on my headset and I just heard you guys just saying I came out as Culver's and I was like, okay, I don't know how to respond.
We're trying to brainstorm what the pronouns are for being a Culver's, so if you could enlighten us, that would be great.
I think it's it there, right?
I think it's butter/burger.
You got a point?
No,
there?
those go on the same thing.
Is it Culver?
Culver.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they have like two mascots. One of them is like Curtis. And,
Oh,
like,
Scoopy!
The other one's
Scoopy!
no, not Scoopy.
Scoopy!
They're shading Scoopy now.
They got rid of Scoopy? How dare they?
Well, they don't really talk about Scoopy anymore. I don't know what's going on with Scoopy. But
I can't believe they'd get rid of my boy Scoopy like that.
No. Okay, there's Scoopy, but like
I grew up with Scoopy.
like, guy.
I grew up with
dog that goes
Scoopy.
with What's the dog that goes with Scoopy?
Snoopy?
I don't
I
fucking
don't
know.
know.
Well,
all
the
I knew
dog
is
is
there
like
was-
disappearing. I know that.
Culver's
Is it the Taco Bell
mascot.
dog?
It's a fucking cheese curd.
Well, there's
The
Curtis and then there's the other one.
Curd.
What's the lady curd? There's a lady curd. I know that.
M-curd?
There's a lady curd?
There's
Yeah.
one in Culver City.
Holy shit, that's a terrifying Scoopy. I have to put this in chat. Look at him. Look at how terrifying he is.
Good enough. It will be a future. Yep, that's a future enemy.
That is horrifying.
An ice cream elemental soon.
I'm sending this to my manager.
You know?
I'm gonna send this to my managers. They deserve to see this.
Finding a new job. On finding a new job.
That's
I'm gonna copy
the new
this.
ghost type Pokemon that Nintendo's putting out. It's
Ghost
ice
ice.
cream that got eaten. It's ice/ghost type.
Yep.
So this was the best I could do in paint.
I'm back, by the
What
way.
is going on?
Like
Alright,
I
back to
matched the
D&D now.
color. I even did the
Nobody
white outline around it. That was as good as you can do.
Nobody
But it's
knows.
paint.
Nobody knows how to use GIMP.
I
I
know
used
how to use a
but-
GIMP.
Oh,
Oh
God.
god. And we'll return to our game.
Yeah,
So-
boy.
Total is gone. So, Total's character Altius is now dead. Good job, guys.
This is the best I
Fantastic.
can do. This is the best I can do because I can't rotate the freaking H.
So save your
Right.
GIMP file and then open it in Paint, and then you can rotate it.
How? No, I mean,
'Cause
like,
I
can
could
rotate it,
rotate-
but I can't like.
Italicized.
I can't like distort it because what I want to do is I want to take like the bottom of the H and leave it where it is, and then take the top of the H and like push it to the side so it's like
Free
angled.
transform it
How do you do that?
in Photoshop.
Yeah, I don't have.
I don't
Photoshop.
use Photoshop. I use GIMP. I don't spend $100 a month.
This really derailed.
Yes.
Pirated, bro.
All
What
it
do you
took was
mean?
one pun.
Sorry.
We played D&D.
All right.
Hey, I at least
So,
did it during the break.
Altius.
Yeah,
you-
this was during a break.
Up ahead, you see the light licking walls as you get closer and closer to the exit. Are you guys just continuing on, or are you gonna?
I think it's very clear that we should just continue on because it's clearly sunlight.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if
It was
anybody's gonna
sunlight when we
stop
got in
ours,
there,
then they'll
wasn't
stop
it?
and I'll stop. If anybody stops, I'll stop.
Onward.
Onward.
Wasn't there like a dude with like a gang of guys that we ran into? Like they could possibly be waiting on the other side of the cave for us.
Considering that there was a dude and a bunch of guys that you guys had potentially.
Oh yeah, remember when
interacted with the guy?
Altius let the guy leave?
Yeah.
I didn't let him leave.
You did let him
Yeah,
leave,
you
though.
did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
But I didn't.
Remember when you made him promise?
No.
Oh yeah,
No,
he
you guys didn't
swore,
hear that.
so that means
You
he's
guys didn't
definitely-
hear that. You guys did not hear that. Did you?
I'm pretty sure
No, but
It
I'm
was-
sure he also doesn't care.
It was kind of an intense fight. I would let you guys do like a perception check if you wanted to try to remember, but otherwise, generally, most of you guys would probably not have heard that. But you might have been able to put two and two together, just noting that there wasn't a dead body at the entrance of the cave.
There's a dead body? What?
there wasn't a dead body.
Wasn't. Okay.
So presumably, Mikhail is still alive. But
I'm trying to
for the
kill him.
most
I was
part,
just
let him
trying to
escape.
capture him.
I didn't let him escape. I don't know what you're talking about. He got past me and I chased after them, but I decided that the fire and elemental was more important.
Oof.
Mm.
So considering that, Watson, there was people in this cave, and now their presence is gone. So do with that information whatever you want.
You know, I think I'm just gonna have it in the back of my head, and I'm slowly gonna like slow down and work my way towards like the back of the line. You know,
Okay.
just in case. Just in case.
Slipping past everybody.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just kind of let everyone walk past me.
Okay. Does anybody question that, or are you just kind of?
He was in front of me, right?
He was.
I was in front of everyone except Altius.
Yeah, second line. So he would have passed everybody but Altius.
I'm gonna take
You
note
okay,
of it
Watson?
and pull out my sword and put it in my right hand.
And you know, I
Just like
I
maybe
don't
he
like
sees something that I don't.
walking into situations that I don't know what I'm walking into. I'd rather you guys walk into it first if it's all the same.
Fair enough.
Because I don't know if you remember, but there was another guy that like was here.
Well, if I get shot, I'm not gonna be happy.
That's all right. I don't think you'll be alive enough to yell at me about it, so that's okay.
All right, we getting out of the shebang, or are you guys slowing
Please,
down?
after you.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Okay. So the rest of the party, you guys make your way up to the entrance, and you start to feel the warmth of the sun as the brightness of the sun kind of gets you.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah, you start hearing that song playing in the background. And like you said, blinding by the light, the sun, like for the most part, you guys have been in pitch black for better half of the day. So coming into the sun, it's pretty blinding for a few moments. Like, you know, in like Battlefield games, they got the God rays from the sun. Similar effect, like you gotta like cover your eyes for a moment, let yourself adjust. And Lucid, are you kind of starting to stealth a bit, or are you just hanging at the back of the group? Like, are you coming out of the cave with the group, or are you coming out of the cave behind the group plus 20 feet or so?
I'm gonna come out with the group, but I'm making sure to stay behind somebody.
Okay, so you are hiding, so if you do a stealth check.
Sure, why not? My stealth is plus 10, so 21.
I don't like where this is going.
And yeah, I'll be behind who was all in line. Yeah, I'll just kind of like
Probably
behind
behind
Clyde and whoever's kind of back there.
probably Clyde,
Okay.
because
Not
I
necessarily
would have been
hiding
more in the
behind
middle
them,
with the
making
light
sure I'm
spell.
Clyde is
Okay.
propping me up. Clyde was propping Leo up.
So I'll kind of just go. Okay, so that works. So I'll kind of like duck behind the two people of Clyde and Leo. So it's a little
Okay.
bigger thing to hide behind. But again, I'm just
So-
kind of walking behind them, not
Yeah, you
necessary.
can feel yourself, and fair enough. The rest of the party, as you kind of let your eyes adjust to the brightening sunlight, you take notice of a few figures kind of in the area at first, and they just kind of like are standing and staring at you. And then as your eyes continue to focus in, you see a few more, and a few more, and a few more. As you notice at least 12 varying races of persons standing around the entrance to this cave near those once empty carts. And it looks like they're like in the middle of packing up. And you appearing cause them to pause, with several of them quickly reaching towards their belts where they keep like swords.
I'm just gonna put
Well,
my
I hate
hands
to be
up and be
right.
like, "Hi everyone, how's it going? We took care of the fire elemental."
All of them are just kind of like stop staring at you. Like it's kind of like a Mexican standoff where everybody's just kind of like standing staring at you, like somebody's waiting for another person to act before they do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very tense moment. So Jacob's got his hands up. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna kind of like step forward from Clyde and kind of approach the front of the party.
Okay.
I still have my sword in hand.
You drew your sword?
I drew my sword when who was it that went to the back of the party?
Watson.
Was it Watson?
Yeah.
I drew my sword. I drew my sword when Watson started to draw back to the party. So
Okay.
I had my sword in hand when I exited the cave, and
Okay.
I just still have it in my hand.
So you taking several steps forward with the sword in hand, you see about 3 or 4 of these persons, like 2 dwarfs, half elf, and a human. Those 4 people all draw their swords at this right away, like taking this as like an aggressive step by you.
Hey,
So are they like
Leo,
spread
let me handle
around the cave, or are they like in a group?
I don't have a battle map drawn, but I will
I
basically.
imagine just kind of scattered about, right?
It's so like if you look at what I have now, this orange dot is the like cave entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like scattered about around in a circular formation on the cave, with the 2 carts kind of behind them in the process of being packed.
Right.
And you count at least a dozen. There's possibly more. There's quite there. It's enough that you're heavily outnumbered. So Leo takes several like staggering steps forward, causing 4 of them to quickly draw short swords and like taking like a combat stance.
Leo, you should let me handle this.
Fine.
So, how are you guys doing?
There's silence for a few moments, and a couple of them kind of like glance at each other before a familiar-looking one steps forward. This guy doesn't have sword drawn, and you do. He is familiar. He's the same human male, very burly, strong, wearing like half plate armor, and he's got a full beard that's like real long and scruffy, looking pretty oily. He's kind of like a greasy looking dude, but it's more like, think of like a dude that works in the heat all day, kind of like not greasy by choice. And he steps forward with his arms crossed, no weapon in hand, and he all over for a moment, and he just, well, let you leave the cave. Now, for me to let you leave the valley, I have questions for you, group. 3 to be specific.
As do I.
Well, we'll get to your questions in a couple minutes.
Okay.
How about round robin? First, one question, then us, one question.
I'm sorry, but that's not how this works.
You should,
All right.
you should let me handle this, please.
All right.
Well,
I'm going to put my second hand. I'm going to put my left hand on my sword and kind of like prepare a battle stance.
Oh my god.
Are you being like,
not like just like not like going forward, but just kind of like preparing for if an attack is imminent?
I just don't understand. I'm trying
are
to
you doing so? Are you trying to be intimidating, or are you just trying to be prepared?
I'm trying to be prepared.
I go back to him like, "Are you sure you're good?"
Is this Mikhail we're talking
I
to?
didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
He looks like it.
He looks like it. Okay.
Yeah. So at Leo's kind of like shifting stance and like putting 2 hands on his sword, a few other, few of these guards kind of shout out in a Dwarven. I don't know if any of you speak Dwarven. I think a couple of you do.
I do.
So you hear one of these guys who's holding like a heavy crossbow aimed at you, a Dwarvish man. You hear him shout out in Dwarvish, just hey fellas, get back over here. We got some stuff, or we have an issue. And you see him like ready his crossbow, kind of aiming at Leo at this kind of movement. You
do
can
I see
tell,
Leo do this?
I think Leo stood up in front of the group, so you probably would have.
I thought I was at the front, but okay.
You both were, but Leo like shifted his way towards the front to kind of be like a barrier between the two groups. It looked like, or at least
For the record, I don't have my shield equipped.
Okay.
Leo, please.
Make sure you unequip it in D&D Beyond, because that does affect your AC. Okay. So you see that, and the noise kind of leads you to believe that they took that as another aggressive like move. So like things are getting testy.
Okay, so he looks like Mikhail to me, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You can.
Oh, hey, fellas. Hey, Mikhail, right? We kind of saw you in the cave in there.
Why don't we let him ask his questions?
I'm just trying to be friendly. Look, this is obviously a tense situation. Look, I just want to make it clear that we're just trying to dispel the situation here. That's all I'm trying to do.
Persuasion check. Do a persuasion check.
+1 is my persuasion, which is enough.
So
Plus 8. Let me do this.
So you see Mikhail kind of relax for a moment, and a few of the people around him kind of like look towards Mikhail, like waiting for an order, and you just see Mikhail like put a hand out, and he like waves down, and in Dwarvish he says to the entire group like, "Relax." And a few of the guys that had drew their swords sheathe them, but like 1 or 2 of them keep them out, and the dwarf with the heavy crossbow lowers it, but he still keeps it like in hand, ready to shoot. And
I'm gonna then keep 2 hands on the sword, but kind of like lower it so it's not really in much of a fighting position.
And just as he says that, about 4 more dwarves show up with heavy crossbows, and they like are like looking over the situation, And seeing you lower your sword a little bit, and a couple of the other guard guys kind of sheathe their swords, they relax, but they still are at the ready if something goes. So
look, I don't want to be presumptuous. I overheard you and whoever you were talking to in the cave. It sounded like that was your name, right?
we'll get to that in a moment.
Okay, fair enough.
He beckons you guys to follow him as he turns back to you and starts walking towards the carts. And the guards that are around him kind of move to the side, creating a path for you to go between them, following Mikhail. Basically giving you the opportunity to follow him if you want or not.
Yes.
I'll follow.
Well,
Follow.
they're not shooting us, so that's
I still have two hands on the sword, just kind of pointed down.
I'll just kind of all right, I guess we'll go with them, guys. I'll kind of look back incredulously, hoping everyone starts following me.
Okay.
Definitely following.
Sounded like it. Clyde just shrugs and follows you. So going between the groups, and you see varying races of the group. There's about 16 of these guardsmen that are around with varying races of dwarves, humans, elves. You do see a half-orc. Interesting. But eventually Mikhail leads you just past the carts that you had seen, and past the carts there is a kind of an area that was set up. It looks some type of a small camp area with a few barrels set up for chairs and a lit fire, with some food that's being cooked. It looks like the in the middle of cooking their afternoon meal as they're packing up their equipment. And Mikhail grabs a barrel that presumably he had been sitting on. It's the head of the area, and he takes a seat and just sits back and crosses his arm and just kind of looks at you, waiting for you guys to sit down. Please have a seat.
I will sit down.
Is there a chair small enough for you to sit on?
You need a little bit of a hand. Both you and Butter need a hand getting.
You know, I'll stand, but thank you though. I appreciate it.
Fair enough.
I think it's okay.
I'm going to stay standing and silent.
Can I sit on you, horse? Horse, can I sit on you?
I don't. The horse isn't with us. What do you mean?
Horse, I'm tired. Can I sit on you?
No.
How about it, horse? Can you sit on you?
No.
Okay.
Mikhail just kind of gives you a grin. All right. I have 3 questions for you. I'd like you to answer them. I'd like you to answer them truthfully. And if you do, I'll let you leave the valley.
Well,
I held up my bargain for letting you leave the cave. To leave the valley, you just got to do one easy thing.
That's not what I said.
That is what I said.
That is not what we agreed.
You expect me to make a deal with bandits?
Leo,
Bandits.
let me handle this.
Is that what you think we are, as bandits?
No, that's what Leo thinks you are. Leo, could you please just not do this right now?
Well,
can I handle this, please?
Truth is a matter of perspective, right? So,
oh my god.
You are all going to get us killed.
Oh my god. All of you.
What makes you think we're bandits? Heal me. This isn't one of the 3 questions, so answer it if you please. What about me makes you think I'm a bandit?
Your accent.
He's just dwarven.
That's
He's just
racist.
Dwarven. Leave him alone. That's just
Seems
racist.
racist.
He's human. He's a human.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, buddy, you know, you and I were cool, but we're gonna have to have a talk after that one.
Butter, I'd like to do a
They're
charisma
bandits.
check. Just a flat charisma check.
Oh boy. There you go.
Oh my god.
+4.
So, +4?
Yeah.
He looks taken back at first, and he looks like really offended. But then he just breaks into a chuckle, like a deep belly laugh. Just, I like you, small
I like
one.
you too.
No,
No. Okay, no.
I am not a bandit. But before I
Then
go
why are
into
you
that,
attacking the cities?
hold on.
Leo.
Before we
Leo,
get into
please.
that, I want you to answer my questions. Seems
That's
reasonable enough. Yes.
please go ahead. That's totally fine. We understand.
So we have an accord then. Yes.
Fine.
You
Yes.
answer my 3 questions, I let you leave.
that
leave
that
and
sounds
live.
good. Sounds good to me.
How about this? On top of us leaving, you answer a question of ours.
You may ask questions after the fact, but I need you to say yes. Yes?
Yes.
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 All right.
See.
Question number 1. Who the fuck are you?
I am Butterfinger.
Okay.
I'm Watson Proudleaf, and these
Okay.
the rest of my deputies here. We're on an investigation looking into the fire elemental attacks around the area here, mostly the major city structures. We had reason to believe that the source was from this area, and this is where we came to investigate.
What he said.
Okay, hold on. You're investigating fire elementals. Yes?
Yes.
That's
two
yes, that's
questions.
correct.
That's 2 questions.
I don't think that
That doesn't
counts towards his 3, but yeah, that's what we were here for.
Oh yeah.
Don't push it. All right. The other names. You, he points
Russian
towards
accent
Jacob.
makes it
Uh, my name is Jacob.
Name.
I got us all into this. I think we're all way over our heads. We just wanted to stop people from getting hurt.
Your robes, I recognize them. You a cleric?
Yeah.
All right. And you, centaur. Name?
Altius.
Altius.
I shoot her a glaring look.
You with the centaur to the north? Yes.
Unrelated.
Just muted. He fucking
All right.
recognizes me is not great. This puts a
Armored
lot more
shiny guy.
problems on
You.
us than good
Point
things. Oh shit.
what?
This
Name?
this is gonna be fucked up.
Leo. All
I
right.
used to be a knight.
And I used to sail the 7 seas. Whatever. Do you have a name? Your group? Do you guys call yourself something?
We didn't really think of
No.
anything. This is our first thing we've done together.
Yeah, we're not that creative. I don't think we haven't really thought of that yet.
Butter and the Magnificent 5.
I like it. Yeah, sounds good.
I don't want to be in a group with these people anymore.
All right, so no name group. Gotcha. Well, I will give you answer for free. Yes, my name is Mikhail. You heard that right.
Mikhail.
You can call me Mikhail, or you can call me Captain.
How about Captain Mikhail?
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna pause over to Leo real quick. Wait, who did you say only you two?
To Butter, asking if you call him Captain Mikhail.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna hop over to Leo real quick and just say, if you are going to ask a question, ask it very carefully and don't let any bias get in the way. Just ask, okay?
What's the biggest fish you've caught?
This is quite the conversation.
He smiles. It's not much of a fisherman myself, but
Whew,
pretty
buddy.
big.
All right. Conversation now.
Okay. You kind of already answered part of this question, but why the fuck are you here? Why have you come to my base?
As I was saying, we were hired by, the city near here to investigate the fire elemental attacks. We were led to believe that the perpetrator was in the area, and this is where we came to investigate. And it seems that the lead was correct, seeing as we got attacked by a fire elemental.
Who sent you? What city?
The city of Abresis. Just right up the way here.
Was it just somebody in town sent you? Was there a bounty?
It wasn't a bounty, it was the mayor just sent us to try to stop the fire element.
The governor, you mean?
Yes, governor, you were correct. Okay. That's what it was.
And
but it's a mayor of towns.
When I hear him say this,
governor is more state level.
When I hear him say this, I am going to silently just ready a dagger just in case.
Okay. Do a sleight of hand check.
Oh, great. Okay. Let me just do this. That's the wrong chat. I almost did it in Blue's chat. There we go. And there we go.
Oh,
19.
So,
all right. Farrell, I also want to ask you, I sent you something in chat. In Discord DM.
Sure, I will check that. It should say next to it, it should say like, it have a V under components. If you do.
It is a V. Okay.
So yeah, you would have to vocalize.
Okay. All right.
So at the mention of the governor, Mikhail actually looks kind of like his eyes widen for a moment. Like there's kind of like a chink in his like poker face. And he like whispers to himself, he's like, governor. It's like, did Akuv sent you? Governor Akuv.
That was his name, right? Yeah. I'm just...
Tell for Akuv.
I'm just checking my notes.
Yeah, just...
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that's right. Mr. Okuv sent us. There was an attack recently in the city. And again, we're out here trying to keep people safe. We didn't really expect to run into you guys out here, I'll tell you what. The only name that we got tipped off to us was some Knowledge character, and that's who we expected to find.
And you mentioned Knowledge, and his eyes pinpoint to you again. And he scratches like his chin. And he thinks for a moment. So you were here for Knowledge then?
We were here for whoever was responsible for the fire elementals.
We just... We had found... Akuv didn't mention Knowledge specifically. We found that information just from searching around, and we realized his shop had shut down, and we heard he had a grudge, so we were just investigating that as a possible link.
Right. He was merely a suspect in the investigation. We weren't for sure that he was the man responsible.
Well,
Okay.
now, when
yeah. Until he summoned a fire elemental to kill us.
That brings me to my third question. What exactly is the relationship with the Kuv?
He
just
paid
paid us.
Hired us, yeah.
Money.
So you work for him.
Yeah, money.
As far as this investigation is concerned, yeah.
It's not like a
I wouldn't
long-term
say-
employer. This was just a one-time job.
Correct.
How well do you know Kuv?
I just got to the city
He
the
takes-
day before Fire Elemental attacked, and then the next day we were investigating it, so not very well. Personally. I don't know about the rest of you.
Negative.
I can't remember the details of how I was hired, so I actually am not quite sure.
You were only in the city for about a week.
Okay.
Okuv just heard about you when you came into town and like helped some people out with investigations, so he brought you in to do like an investigation on it. You don't know him much more than that. Especially because you're not from this area, you just know that he was the governor, and the governor brought you in and for some money.
Right on.
Same thing with you. You got brought on just because Okuv had heard that you helped some people on a caravan and offered some money, and you just wanted to help.
Yeah.
So
it was just a job for me. I can't say I know him too well other than who he is and what he does.
So not well.
No, I don't know if that's unfortunately or fortunately, but we'll leave it at that.
How do you know?
It's a long story.
I got time.
And he looks to the rest of the party.
And I look at the rest of the party like.
I kind of like put a hand out, like, yeah, go ahead, talk. I got time.
There is a seething anger that is coming from Altius right now.
Towards who?
Towards everybody except for Mikhail or Malik or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. Clyde's just chilling.
There is a severe hatred, and I let you guys can figure out if you'd like, and I'll give you more info if you want to look into it.
My character's also very. My character's Leo is also very visibly suspicious of Mikhail.
Okay. Clyde's chilling. He's
also,
back,
I'm not suspicious.
My character is visibly suspicious of Mikhail. How's that?
Okay.
I am honestly interested in what he's about to say.
Hold on.
Team
huddle.
No team huddle.
Team huddle. Come on.
What's up?
Do we really want to hear this guy's story?
Talk to him.
He might be helpful to us. I heard them arguing when we were sneaking around back there.
While they're doing this team huddle, I'm going to immediately just start.
It seems like he and all
him and asking him about his story.
You're gonna ask what?
I'm gonna ask him about the story. What his story is.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I'll just do it without them.
Okay. So the rest of the party, you guys are having this.
I'm not having a powwow. I'm just sitting in my seat.
I'm just standing right next to Jacob. He's not part of it.
If Altius is going to Mikhail, I am going to listen in on their conversation.
Yeah, I'm intent on Mikhail because I'm interested in what he has to say.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I heard him and all it arguing.
I also
trust him. So.
I notice Altius's anger, but I am choosing to ignore it.
Okay.
I am saying, like, if you guys want to figure out what the hell is going on with me and see who the anger is pointed towards, that's up to you.
So,
probably everyone talking for not just letting you talk.
Before Mikhail starts a story, Clyde just like peace, and he's like, "Hey man, don't look at me. I joined these guys like 2 days ago. I don't know who Okuv is. I don't tell for. I just, I'm here on my own accord. So you can tell your story, but I'm just gonna be sipping out of my flask here." And
You got another
Mikhail,
glass?
well, your brother there kind of drank most of my stock, so I kind of want to keep this one personal. And if you remember, yeah, Butter got pretty toasted.
Butters.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I
So
remember.
Mikhail gives him a
I
nod.
had to use the spell to heal him.
Fair enough. Is this your guys' question? Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear the truth about Okuv?
Your truth, yes.
I am going to cast. I am going to cast the
my
Zone of
Fucking
Truth.
God.
Okay.
You're going to do
read
that
off the components
loudly?
for me.
What's he casting?
Zone of
You
Truth.
create
A
a
great
magical zone that
spell.
guards. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere, centered on a point of your choice within the range. And I'm going to choose Mikhail as the center. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its own turn must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Okay.
But
You
you
know
also are
what-
casting
you
this
know- you
without telling him
Hold on.
first what you're doing.
You know whether a creature succeeds or fails in its saving throw.
Is this a subtle spell, or it is like
It's
everyone?
not.
No.
It's verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
You have to yell and wave your hands. So
I think that might make him distrust us more. But I mean, do what you're doing.
I mean,
My
he already
character
said
doesn't
it.
really
He
give a
already
shit at this
cast it.
point.
Yeah, he already did it.
Leo is also half dead and doesn't really give a shit at this point.
That's fair enough.
I mean, I'm not half dead, and I give a very much of a shit for all of you. And you guys could have just let me handle this, but no, you guys are just gonna take this your own way. That's fine.
Fuck, man, you put me in a tough spot with that. So
Oh.
roll a charisma check for me.
Me?
Yes, as you cast this spell.
Okay.
This
Damn.
determines
I
the
have a
reaction
+6.
to the spell.
I will also say what it is. That this is a Zone of Truth spell to verify that no one can lie in this situation.
So do you preface it before you cast it, or do you say that as you cast it? That's the key
That's
here.
very important.
I will say that before I cast it. So I will say this is a Zone of Truth spell. I will cast it so that no one can lie in this situation. Obviously, knowing that there is a potential that someone can break the spell and lie.
Okay.
So I will say that it guards against all lies, but I will know for a fact that that people can still lie if they succeed the charisma check.
So with your persuasion, that's a 12 total.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, as you say that, Mikhail looks pretty like upset that you would claim that you want this like extra layer of protection, that you don't trust him, that you think he's lying to you, that he looks pretty like taken aback.
And I will also say, when we talk to Okuv again, I will cast this on him as well.
So you think I'm lying?
So that I don't know. I don't know about you, but we were just attacked by a giant fire elemental. I'm a little on edge, in case you can't tell.
He looks at you with a pretty like solemn like glare. But you notice he's got a hand that's like down on the hilt of his sword now. Like this conversation is kind of taking a turn. And he just gives you a glare for a moment before giving a nod, and he's like, "Fine. Do what you've got to do. I won't resist."
Oh, was that your role for the charisma save, by the way?
No, that was just how he reacted to the spell.
Okay.
For the charisma save, it is. Well, he don't need to because he's just gonna let it go, but that would be a save regardless. So he lets the spell take effect, and I believe
this affects all of us, right?
Yeah.
Did you put it on everybody or just
everyone?
Well, it's a radius.
It's a radius, so everyone in the area has to make a charisma saving throw.
So I will say you could position it in a way that only caught Mikhail if you wanted to, or put it on everybody.
It said centered on Mikhail earlier.
Is the zone
visible? I
visible?
centered it on Mikhail.
Okay, so it would get everybody.
Is the zone visible?
No.
Yeah.
Is it visible? I don't think it's visible.
Just cast it on like fire.
Plus, I would want to situate it in a way that everyone is caught in it because, like I said, no one can lie. It was.
You know, he's casting. Kind of I would say it's visible.
Okay.
So everybody's got to do it. Just do a charisma saving throw.
I saved.
10 minutes.
Quickly failed.
Ooh. Also, I know who. Ooh.
You know that I saved. Yeah.
I also know who saves and who doesn't.
Everyone's failing but me.
Everybody failed but Jacob.
So what does it mean now that we have failed?
Yes, that is true.
So you can't tell a lie for the next 10 minutes.
You cannot lie.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
So Mikhail is still with his hand on his sword, just kind of scratches his chin.
Oh no.
And the only person that saved against this is the one who wasn't going to lie in the first place.
I was gonna lie.
Is it done? Can I tell my story now?
Yeah. Who's that guy?
A little spell in effect.
Please, go on. Obviously we've been through a lot today. We'll let him have. Yeah, please, just go on with your story. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
All right. So Okuv, he is not a good man, and he's an even worse governor. I used to live in Abrissus. I did pretty good for myself there. I had my own ship. I had my own docks. I had friends. But then met that man. He lied. And got me shipped off to Beggar's Rock. Do you know what Beggar's Rock is?
Do any of us know what Beggar's Rock is?
I actually don't know if I know.
I'm assuming a rock where you beg.
Is there
some sort of prison? I feel like possibly I might. But...
Watson, I will say do a history check with advantage.
Would I know?
Leo, do a history check. Altius, do a history check.
History check.
Okay. Fail.
15 total for you, Lucy.
Yeah.
I got a 13.
Okay.
Do I do a history check too, or nah?
Not you. You're not from this
the area.
So yeah.
I am proficient in history, though.
Butter, you two do a history check, Butter, because this would be relevant to you as well.
Boy.
Somewhat.
Plus
15?
history, +1.
+1, 16. So, Butter, you have heard of Beggar's Rock. It's a mining city somewhat near where your settlement is. You just know that people it's like a mining colony where people mine. It's specifically gold is mined there. It's a gold mine. You've heard stories from your parents about like people from there, really like rough looking. Not exactly the best people work there. It's generally a place that the people in your village would avoid. And Hudson, you know of it very well. It's actually a part of an investigation that you had done in Khymall, where you're from. If you remember, you long ago before you came to Abresis, you were investigating kind of a series of disappearances of people. And one of the places that you had been investigating was this Beggar's Rock, which is known to be a mining location where people mine gold, but specifically it's treated like a prison camp where people in these cities would be rounded up and shipped off to this mine and forced to dig for gold for. You don't know exactly who owns the mine, but you've firmly linked it to your investigation into people disappearing. That it's mostly like bad people are sent there, people who break the law, but it's also people who have been sent there just because.
Is it Beggar's Rock or Bagger's Rock?
Beggars.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that's
Like
the Midwest.
No, you're good. You're good. Just want to make sure.
Midwest accent.
People say we say beg weird, so.
Beg and beg.
Well, you said beg. Good. Yeah, you said
beg and beg. Like the
sometimes you said bag.
E and A makes the same sound in this situation. Beg and beg. that's Midwest for you.
Beggars Rock.
Sure.
So yeah, Watson, you know of it typically as like a prison, but it's like a prison where not only bad people are sent, but also people that were just like
people that
kidnapped
to disappear. Sure.
Yes. Yep.
So
And
like Count of Monte Cristo. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Except it's a camp where they're like forced labor.
Yeah. Okay.
So Butter, you know of it as Butter, you know of it as just like a bad place.
Yeah. Okay.
For all intents and purposes, it's a gulag.
Yeah. Okay.
So tell me, have you heard of Beggar's Rock?
Oh boy,
I know.
Oof, I've
never heard of it. No.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't heard, it's not a fun place. Basically, a forced labor mine for anyone that doesn't seem to find a fit in society. It seems. What'd they get you for?
The halfling is correct. I was framed. We had a previous governor of Abresis, very well-liked man. He was a good friend. I worked with him quite a bit. But then one sec. Oh yeah, Altius, because you rolled pretty decent as well. You know of it about the same as Butter, that it's just a bad place. You've had some people that you've met that you know of have been interred there, but you've heard nothing good about it. It's not a good place to be.
Hey, DM.
What's up?
I don't remember if this was the conversation that Watson overheard, or if we even heard it from Watson then. But I've written down that Okuv was paying 2 people in the cave, a dwarf and a half-elf. That was not Mikhail and Naled, right?
Those were the guards, I think I was overhearing.
Yep,
right?
yep. They were kind of having like a mini argument that Watson listened in on.
And Okuv was paying them?
He wasn't paying them.
So what I have in my notes is someone says, quote, "If we take his money, we will deal with him. Okuv is nothing without his money."
Yep.
I don't trust Noliv, but his experiments burned my brother. I trust Mikhail more than I trust Noliv, but I trust Mikhail, and Mikhail trusts Noliv.
So my shorthand ruined me. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
So, yeah, I didn't take detail enough. Okay.
It's not a good place. The previous governor of Abresis was a good man, and he generally avoided the place. He would use the town's prisons for bad people. Well, then one night, he was killed.
Who just gasped?
I got.
And
How was he killed?
Well, he was murdered.
Why was he killed?
Obviously, but what was the method?
I never found out. Because when I found out that he died, I was locked up in a jail cell.
What?
Turns out, now I don't know for sure, but I believe Okuv framed me for murdering him. I did not, in fact, kill him. One night, I was sleeping comfortably in my bed. Next thing I know, town guard broke down my door, and I was in chains. It was a sham.
Put away my sword at this point.
Okay. It was a sham trial. I had no justice, and I was shipped off. I was there for a month before my men came and broke me out.
So I could imagine you have no love for Okuv then.
I do not. Do you want to know why I think it was Okuv?
Yes.
I'll take whatever inquiry you have, sir.
Not 1 week after I was in jail in Beggar's Rock, that Okuv was elected governor. So ever since then, I've been regrouping my men and working on a plan. I originally wanted to just forget everything and move on with my life, get my ship and go. But I liked Ibrissus. I had family there. I had friends. I want to see that city again, and I can't while Okuv is there.
I mean,
well, I've got to ask. He hired us for pretty benevolent means. He only means for us to figure out what's causing these fire elemental attacks.
I just, if you have a beef with Okuv, why not just go just after Okuv? Why mess with fire elementals you can't control? They burned down a tavern we were staying at.
And
the innocent people.
He like snaps his finger and points at Jacob. He's like, see, now that's a question. Okuv does not work alone. That is something I have found out. He has allies, people he works with in the city and other cities that helped him get into his position. I could just stroll into Abresis and cut him down, but that doesn't get rid of the rest of the rat's nest.
So, are you able to control the fire elementals, or are they only attacking the people that did this?
What's your relation with Nolin? And yeah, what is with these fire elementals? Do you know anything about those? What's going on?
He sighs and he actually looks deflated for a minute. And he's, the fire elementals are not my first choice. Nolid was another that I was friends with in Abresis. I knew him well, so I trusted him. And when he came to me and told me Okuv was after him, I took him in. He suggested the fire elementals and said he could control them. And I trusted him. Well, a few experiments, and obviously you see where my trust has gotten us. My men don't like it, and I was starting to hate it as well.
May I ask what you were trying to accomplish with these attacks?
We want to... I don't want to say we want to start a civil war, but we want to depose Nalad. And one of the ideas was a fire elemental attack.
What do you want from us?
I want to know if your allegiance lies with Okuv, or if you're willing to maybe help us out.
Our allegiance lies with the citizens being burned to death by these elementals. Okuv is the least of my problems except for the paycheck he's offering me to figure out the problem.
Well, you guys kind of took care of the fire elemental problem, I suppose. I assume Nalad is dead.
He got away.
Oh, unfortunately, he did get away.
He had some means of teleportation.
I was
I have no allegiance with Okuv. My allegiance is with my people. You said you recognized my outfit. I only care to search for the truth and to try to help people. And Okuv is not one of those people, it sounds like, that I want to help.
He's not a good man.
I trusted Okuv because he was the mayor, or the governor. But if what you say is true, then I will go confront Okuv myself.
Well, it must be true because he's in the circle, right?
I know, but there may be more to the story.
If you go to a Okuv like that, expect a dagger in the back. You need to play things carefully with a man like Okuv.
How do you expect us to play with this Nalad character? Is he still aligned with you? Is he gone rogue? What's he up to?
My plan today was to break from Nalad. I didn't like what his experiments were doing, and neither did my men. Something about him is... I've known Nalad for a long time. Something about him has changed the last month or so. I don't like where he's going. But he's not my main concern right now. My focus is on Okuv.
Well, if we run into Nalad again, then we'll bring him to justice. But since the fire elemental attack is over with, we need to go to Okuv and confront him.
Is outright confronting him a smart idea?
I told you, you do that and you'll have daggers in the back.
Plus, what are we confronting him with? Got any proof?
Yeah, it's all hearsay right now.
We can ask him questions again. Under my zone of truth.
Would it be better for us to investigate him in the darkness and not let him know that we're onto him?
It would be, because then we're not under his eye. We're not a target.
I don't do well in the dark.
So, you lot can investigate if you want. But I do also have a suggestion.
Please, what's that?
My men and I, we've caught word of where Okuv likes to keep his money. And one thing I've learned is money controls people. I theorized that if we separate Okuv from his money, Okuv is nothing. Is nothing. I could use that money for the people of Abrissus. So my suggestion, if you want to join my cause, or assist would be the better word, is we take his money. Take his money and give it to the people. And Okuv will be taken care of by somebody else.
Yeah, but there's still the question of the madman summoning the fire elementals to attack people.
That's
Do you think maybe there's a
think of that as
we can scratch each other's back or no?
Are you asking that if you help me, I help you take down Naled?
Something like that? Look, again, we're concerned about people's lives here. The man's attacking innocent civilians. People are burning out there because of his anger towards this governor. It's not right. I'm okay with taking down this governor fella if he's as crooked as you say he is, but I'm definitely not okay with this man rampaging around the cities.
If you don't think I care about that, I do. I sent my man Barbos after one that Naled let loose. I haven't heard back from him in weeks now.
Barbos. We have a message. We have a message to a Barbos.
Oh, that's right.
We fucking killed him.
We killed him.
Oh my
fucking
god.
Wait, you have a message from Barbos?
We were attacked by. We were attacked.
I wrote down beefcake.
We were attacked by a group of bandits in what town were we in, by the way?
We were in some like ruined town, yeah.
We were in a ruined town. We were just investigating it when we were attacked by a group of bandits. We ended up killing them all, and one of them had a letter to a man named Barbos.
Do you have this letter?
I think I have it.
I think we have it.
Let's see.
I got one. Bandit letter, and I also have the Zygarde letter tracking the latest experiment. So I'll hand them both of those.
Suicide Squad, when like they find the guy and they're like, "Where's all my guys outside?"
It was literally.
Yeah.
I remember it was just a letter that said Barbos tracked down the latest experiment, NP.
I had
Was that who that was?
So I had a letter that was about Barbos, and I also had a letter that was within the pocket watch.
Okay.
What was the one inside the pocket watch?
Those were the two letters that I have. So I will hand them both of those.
In the pocket watch.
All I have written down is one was the bandit letter that said Barbos, and Zygarde letter tracking latest experiment is what I wrote.
Okay. Well, Mikhail takes the letter that was addressed to Barbos and looks at it like, Barbos was somebody not a part of my men. He was I won't say he was the best person, but he was a good man for the job. And you say he attacked you?
Yeah, we were attacked. I think there was 3 of them.
Quite aggressive.
We were the town we were in was burned by fire elementals. At least we assumed, and we were looking into that, and they stumbled across us, fired arrows at us.
They shot an arrow at us before we even saw them.
Yeah, specifically me.
When beggars rock with me, he escaped with me. I don't know why he was there, why they locked him up, but he was pretty violent. I could see him attacking first and questioning later.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we had to defend ourselves first and ask questions later. So
you are in the truth zone. I see no lies. It's shame he was a good man, but Unfortunately, good men die.
He also had
Yes,
found this like pocket watch that had this other letter in it from the Zygarde University Conservatory.
yeah.
I don't know.
Zygarde Conservatory.
It had the same stamp on it as the one with Barbos.
That is relevant to actually what I am suggesting. I believe Okuv's money is at the Zygarde Conservatory.
Is that some sort of bank or what
It's
have you?
the art school.
Did we do something for that piece
Right?
of wood?
I have the
guys
piece
have
of
not
wood.
done it
It's in the cart.
Did we use it to start a fire or something?
No, I still have it in my inventory.
I personally made sure we didn't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
so I would have left it in the cart.
Place of the arts. It's an artsy fartsy place. Not my kind of tea, but there is a secret vault below the conservatory, and I believe Okuv receives shipments of gold that he stores there.
We may have some means of getting in there, actually.
No?
On our way out here, we kind of crashed into a cart that was owned by them quite a bit. And a chunk of wood from one of their carts came off and was on our cart. So we could potentially use that to go in and apologize, repay them or whatever to get in, and then
Not sure if that's
look
the
around.
best way of introducing yourselves. Hello, I crashed into your cart. I'm sorry. Let me see your secret gold.
Well, I wouldn't tell them we want to see their secret gold, but
Better than nothing.
yeah, it's probably
If
a
it's a
dumb
place
idea.
of the arts, you probably could just walk in.
It's a bit more upscale than just walking in. You have to be invited.
Let me pipe up for a second here.
I could probably get
I'm not trying
an invitation.
I'm not trying to go
We have a
after
connection to a
an
group.
innocent man. Like, I know your story you just told us, but I do want some proof before you don't take down the governor of a city. And second of all, well, it seems your man Barbos isn't really tracking down Knowledge anymore, so is there anything we can do about that?
Knowledge has his secrets. He wouldn't tell me much about his experiments or where he would go. He'd be gone for days at a time. I don't know.
All
But
I would
do
say is
know
don't trust Nod if he tries to come to you again.
that is true. But I do know he hates Okuv just as much as me. And if you assist me with taking down Okuv, more than likely you will see Knowledge again.
Do you have an angle for that? Do you have any way we could find some proof to take him down for real, or do you want us to just go run and gun vigilante this?
I think you should play along with Okuv. Let him work into your own trap. Have him give up his own secrets. Be allies to him.
Okay. Well, that brings into question Knowledge again, because he expects us to have gotten rid of those elementals. But with him on the loose, so are they.
We can always report back. Give up Knowledge, yeah.
Exactly.
Give up Knowledge. Yeah, that's more information than we had before. We know for sure it's him.
Mm-hmm.
The only things I ask that you do not give me up as well. I want.
We'll keep your names out of our mouths for now.
Each of your words. I want all of you.
I have no reason to give you up.
You got my word, buddy. The fact that you haven't shot us dead yet is good enough for me.
I told you I want the conversation. You gave me conversation. Leo,
I appreciate that. That's all I wanted to. So,
like I said, I will speak the truth. I will confront if if I can confront Okuv and get his answers, then I will not give you up. But if what you say turns out to be a wrong interpretation, then I will.
Do a persuasion check.
I have +6 on persuasion. Ooh.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
Would I know if the Silver Sanctum has done any work with the conservatory?
Oh, god damn it!
They would not have. No, you wouldn't have had any connection to them.
Can't roll well.
Do a history check for me on the conservatory again. Now that we've kind of talked about it a bit more, it might have jogged your memory that you might have heard about them. Since you're
I'm
asking,
gonna take my week in Abresis
Yeah.
as a let's check. If I know
Sure.
what's up. So 16 for me.
23.
so Jacob, you know the conservatory as the artsy fartsy place. Some of the members of your library cult have talked about it as being a place to go to experience high society, to
Right.
listen to some wonderful music, sip some expensive wines, and eat some expensive cheeses.
Well, it's a cult.
It's just like some big posh building, like
Yeah, both of you,
like an
Watson
academy.
as well. Not so much an academy, but more of a place to enjoy the finer things.
Okay.
Would
They
I?
call themselves a conservatory, but it's more of like a yacht club.
Would
Where
I?
rich people go to like
a country club, kind of.
Yeah, country
Yeah.
club.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you.
Do I think that I would be able to get an invitation by speaking of being a part of the Silver Sanctum or through someone at the Silver Sanctum?
It's worth a try. Or yeah, it's worth a try. Speaking with somebody at the Silver Sanctum, if you send a letter with Luna, it might take a while.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But you could try using your position as part of the Silver Sanctum to get yourself a ticket from the governor. You most certainly can try.
Right.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom quick.
The little boy's room.
Have I mentioned the name Silver Sanctum before today, by the way? Anyone? No? Maybe?
I don't remember.
You
don't-
might have introduced yourself.
No. When I introduced myself, I specifically left it out.
So today I would go pick up some food, and I just ordered just like a single meal for myself to go, and they put fucking 7 wet wipes in the bag.
Did you get wings?
Okay.
No,
Oh, I was gonna say if you got wings, that makes sense.
no, I didn't get wings. I'm like, what the fuck? Did my voice like portray myself as a dirty person?
Just
Hey, man, free wet
greasy.
I see.
They could tell from your voice that you had Dorito dust on your fingers and like 16 cans of Mountain Dew on the side of the desk.
Hell yeah, that's a winner.
Actually, I'm gonna grab water real quick. I will be right back as well.
Go for it. We'll take a quick like 5-minute break.
All right.
Oh, just as I get back.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm gonna actually hit the be right back button then too.
That's okay. I got tacos to eat.
Hell yeah. Anybody have any questions or anything that's sticking here for the break? Me clarify?
No,
I don't
think
nothing to
so.
clarify. Pretty straightforward.
I really like.
Everything makes
I
sense.
really like this RPing.
Hell yeah. I was looking forward to tonight.
I'm a fan of the RP.
I did a bit more scripting that it's more fluid.
I am
I'm
to an
sorry.
extent.
I'm so sorry. Totally stole your spotlight. Totally bad, dude.
Oh no, I'll get it back.
I just
Don't
didn't
worry.
want anyone to get shot, and it felt like a tense situation.
I
mean,
my character
Lucid?
does not care if it's tense or not. He just cares
Lucid.
about getting the truth.
do Do you want me to put you in the mindset of me right now?
Please.
Okay.
So I know I'm stepping on your toes and shit. I'm stepping on your hooves.
We're all standing here about ready to get shot, and I spoke to the guy and said, "Hey, we made a promise. I've got a feeling that everybody else in the group is going to say something stupid and get us all shot. So I thought, hey, I spoke to this guy already. We've already talked. Maybe I could talk our way out of this, and maybe get some information on the way out. But I never got that chance.
Once,
sorry.
Are you? My mindset was.
So do you guys? This will not be in character. Your characters won't know this. But do you guys want to know who I was mainly mad at?
Me.
Ooh, I'm assuming it's me.
I think Leo, right? Because
I was extremely mad at Leo.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured.
But
so my mindset was
I was extremely more mad at Watson.
Really?
And I will explain why in just a second, or later on when I get the chance.
I assumed you got mad at me at some point too when I brought up the governor.
Thank you for reminding me, Jacob. I'm less mad at I am less mad at Watson now. I'm extremely mad at Jacob now.
Hear me out though.
So yeah,
the cat was already out of the bag. They already knew we were. They already knew we were hired, and I already had a good reason to try to get more information out of this person.
The cat was. You guys let fucking 15
I heard the guards
out of the
talking
bag.
that they already kind of trust Knowledge, right? I heard Mikhail saying that he was having problems with Knowledge too. And
I didn't hear any of this.
I saw that you and him talked and that he just walked away.
Did you?
So in my mind, presumably.
Okay. I thought that it wasn't that loud of a conversation, but
I didn't hear it. But I feel like I probably would have seen that he went that way and you just let him scoot by.
Oh, just so you all know, the most recent version of the "I can't believe it's not butter" version is in the general chat.
My mindset is that this guy isn't necessarily trouble on his own, because he's obviously not the one responsible. Knowledge was the one that summoned the thing, but he's working with him. But he also was non-hostile with Altius. So in my mind, he's a non-hostile entity towards us, even though he's got connections with Knowledge. But that means that we can get information and possibly an alliance out of it as a result.
With them already knowing about us being hired to track down these firearm mails from Abresis, I needed to give them that bit of information about the governor to... Because if we lied, we could have screwed ourselves over so much more. I gave that up so that we would have the opportunity to learn more.
Okay.
So
go ahead, Discord.
My status was I was planning on telling everyone the status of like the zone of truth after everything. So it's just like an instance of, so everyone knows that if we go directly to a Kuv, and I will use the zone of truth on him, so that everyone knows, just like at the end of the day, I will tell everyone of who can and can't lie, who could and couldn't lie in that situation.
And thing number 3,
because I personally know, I know what the DC is.
Are we all back?
Go ahead, Lucid.
I was gonna say it was him and 12 other people outside this cave. Like, we're dead to rights if they decide that they don't like us.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, so, I have a question.
Yes, we might as well play along with him because
my character also doesn't give a shit because he absolutely despises bandits. So in this situation of, I think that they're bandits, so I will absolutely fight to the death in this situation.
In my mind, it would definitely be to the death. It for sure would have been a death situation if we decided to fight.
Blue, I have a question real quick.
Yep.
Do you know who it was that gave away the information that we were hired to find these fire elementals?
Watson.
I did.
Okay.
It was me.
So the only person that I'm not...
It was after that information got out that I decided to tell him about the governor.
Okay, so was it okay? I have to ask you a question. Was it before or after I cast the Zone of Truth?
That was before Zone of Truth.
The thing is, no, I'm the only one that heard the conversation between Mikhail and fucking Knowledge.
Yes.
So ironically,
so I know that he's got distrust for Knowledge. So that was everybody that was my in for it. Which I guess you wouldn't have that information, so that's I totally understand that.
I would love to continue talking it over, but I do want to get a little bit further, and then we'll end for the night, and then we could continue.
Right. It's okay.
Mulling stuff over tonight.
Oh yeah,
because I don't want to get forget where I'm at. I've already I don't even.
Where were we?
I believe somebody had mentioned about team up or doing you scratch my back or
we helped you with
your back.
Yeah, I was asking if there was any way we could find some real evidence. You said to go ahead and go back and work with him.
Yeah.
And we would tell him we found out who was responsible, et cetera, et cetera. And then I was like, so what can you do to help us with him then?
I would suggest working with Okuv for some time and see if you can find out who his collaborators are. I think if you could pinpoint who killed the previous governor, I think that would start the dominoes to fall. If you wanted to go that route, if you wanted proof.
I think that's smart because
who was this? Who was this previous governor?
He was a good man.
What was his name? Where would he have been buried? Where would he have been examined, et cetera, et cetera?
I gotta find my notes on him. I forgot.
If we could find out his cause of death and perhaps why and where this happened, at least get some direction towards pinning it on him.
I don't like working with a potential spy. I'd rather confront Okuba personally.
If we just go in and confront him, we're not going to get any information out of him.
Right, we're just going to have an enemy right off the bat, and he's going to be targeting us. He's going to send people after us. We've got to have him think we're on his side until we know, we have proof.
We can limit how much we help him, but as long as we're helping him enough that he gains trust in us, and we can start learning more about his whole operation, but we can still limit what we do for him. We can still just do whatever we have to.
Take over the city or anything. We're helping people right now. We're trying to figure out what's wrong with these fire elementals.
Right.
I don't think that's really
helpful. If we get him alone,
but it will get us on his side because we're up in the city.
If we get him alone, I can cast Zone of Truth on him, and I can make sure that he doesn't lie.
Great. But then he thinks that we expect that he's lying. Just like Mikhail did.
I'm gonna
so
tell
then
you
he knows that we're suspicious of him, which puts
I will give you a tip. If you do that, and you find out he is lying, or not telling truths, or he actually did kill, and he knows that you will not make it out alive.
Exactly. Gotta be careful with this. He's the governor of the city. If he's crooked, he can take us all down with the snap of his finger. He's got his guard, he's got the entire police force. He's got half that city under his palm.
If he's alone, we can arrest him and put him on trial.
How are we gonna get him alone in his own city?
Yeah, and we don't have
what I
any
mean.
evidence
We
at
can get
trial.
him alone.
He's got a personal guard. He'll sick him on us regardless. He doesn't care.
He also has allies.
And we
That'll
have
help
no
him.
proof that they would drop the case against him immediately. You have
I
to
don't
work with
like-
him to gain access to proof.
I was
I don't
thrown
like this.
in prison with zero evidence.
Hey, I don't like it either, but it's the way we'll actually take him down. We can
This
come
is
at him
under the
directly and
law.
make an enemy out of him immediately, and then we have an uphill battle to climb. Or we can make him think we're his right-hand guys.
Not under the law either, because they're not saying we go against the law.
He's got the entire city guard on him because we figured out that he's crooked. But we need proof.
We can't act as judge and jury.
No one's saying we go in there and murder the guy. We're gonna work with him, find evidence, and then we bring it against him the correct way through the law. But we need to get the evidence.
And harm people while we do it.
Who said we have to harm anyone?
If he's truly harming the people, then working with us would be no different than hurting the people directly.
All he has asked us to do so far is figure out the fire elemental problem. If that is what we do,
that's completely unrelated to him as far as we know, except for Nolad maybe seeking revenge. But we don't have anything against him, except for possibly this murder of the previous governor, but we need to find proof, otherwise it won't stick.
And
the people won't believe it.
And we can't just go back into the town and investigate that without reporting back to him about the fire elemental problem, because he's going to realize we're back in town. We don't exactly blend in.
His name was Kiram.
He's definitely expecting us.
The ice dragon?
Kiram.
Pokemon?
Kiram.
How do you spell that?
The previous governor?
R-E-M. Yep.
Okay,
It was
I got that right.
Kiram Lukarek.
I did not. I spelt it like the Pokemon.
All right, I'm gonna need to be able to spell the last name too.
L-U-E-K-R-I-K.
L-U-E-K what?
R-I-K. Lukarek.
Lukarek. I can put in the
So here's the brass tacks, right? You want us to take down this crooked governor? We need help saving people's lives.
I want your help.
Who is Kiram Lukarek?
The previous governor that was murdered. I want your help to take him down. Be it you get me information that takes him down, you kill him for me, you get rid of him. I want him gone so that
we're not mercenaries. We're not just gonna go in and kill the guy.
I understand, but
if he really did murder this previous governor, we'll do what we can to find proof of that, and we'll do what we can to bring him down. But in the meantime, I want people to be safe.
Earl, did we ever get?
If there's any resources,
did we ever get the result of?
Get the what?
Did we ever get the result of my quote unquote persuasion? On saying I would basically tell him directly what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, did we? You rolled
presumably that's what the 18 you had was.
Oh, that you said that you weren't when it came to asking if you would keep Mikhail's name secret.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were persuading him, and he didn't. It didn't.
He never asked
succeed.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he's like continuing to like argue.
Okay.
But
we just want some sort of help finding this.
That's fine. I will
people.
help you with knowledge. He is problem 2 as far as I'm concerned right now. Okuv is far more dangerous. He has been sending people every day to Beggar's Rock, ruining lives. Do you know he's raised taxes in Ibisus 7 times this month?
Jeez.
Well aware of that.
Have you seen the
7 times in a
poorer
month? Damn.
areas of town?
Okay, wait a minute. How
the
much
mansion
has he
he lives
raised
in.
taxes every 7 times?
It's
Like by
7 times.
0.1%, or
I don't know the numbers. All I know from my agents in the town is it is a hard life now from what he has created there. Have you walked through the city? Have you seen the disparity of the wealthier areas where Okuv lives to the poorer areas?
We should talk to the Indro. We should talk to the Indro again.
So it sounds like we have a deal then. Yes, we help you. You help us. We all stay friends, right?
I
I
have
ask.
I have one
Go ahead.
more question. You said he has many people working with him in that town. Is there any way we can distinguish between people we can trust and who we can't? Like, you said you have your agents there, but he also has his. Is there a way that so we don't interact with people that we shouldn't?
How do we not fall into a trap?
Have you met Victor, the head of the guards?
Did we meet him when?
So, no.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. No.
You guys did when you fought the fire elemental outside of the tavern.
Okay, so I didn't. They did.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't either.
Okay.
Then.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys would have met him as well.
I may have through some
he's the one that set up the meeting with Okuv.
Okay,
and
that guy
was present for the meeting and got you guys like the equipment you needed and everything. Like he's the head of the guards. It's
Victor. Yes, I do.
Victor, can you spell the name out?
Viktor and then Gerquaz.
Gerquaz.
Hold on, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I heard that name and didn't even start to write it down.
I pasted it in Twitch chat. Victor Gerquaz. He's the head of the guard. You guys met him. He's just a tall, half elf male in his late 40s. He's tall, muscular, and he's got short graying hair.
Watch Commander Victor. Yeah, on the very first session we met him.
Yep. Do you know Victor? Head of the guard, tall, strong, half elf.
I think we met him once, yeah.
He's not one of my agents, but he is a good man. He is trustworthy. He was head of guard with Kiram. He's well respected in the town. He cares more about the people than anyone in the town. He is one that you can trust.
Him.
Okay.
As far as my agents go, I would rather. The problem is my agents are in and out. I don't have any one person that stays there.
And we don't want to accidentally break any cover.
Right.
Do you have a way that we could find one of your men if we were there? Something that only they would know and Okuv's men wouldn't?
I have a call that you could give off, and they might. They would know you work with us. You are a friend.
Well, good to know you think of us that way. You want to fill us in on what that call would be?
I will, but I really want to be sure that you'll be working with me, not against me. I'm not quite sure about your entire party. I know you couple men have given me a yes, but your tin can Leo here, he hasn't given me good vibes.
I'm very visibly conflicted on everything.
I want just your group, and I want to say that we could have a future friendship here, budding, but I need confidence in all of you. I need to know that you will keep my name out of Oku's room. I don't want him to know I'm alive. I don't want him to know I'm out here, because he will come for me. And that will ruin any chances of capturing him alive or saving a princess from him.
Right, I'm gonna roll a 1d6. I'm gonna tell you what that means. Okay. That is a fine. I will trust you for now.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Will you keep my name out of Okuv's ears?
I will keep your name out of Okuv's ears.
Question. Are you affected by your own zone of truth?
Am I? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think he will.
Do I roll? Do I need to roll on that?
You should be, right? He's in it.
That's what I'm thinking.
It says any.
You can cast healing.
The thing is, for those
to be fair, I also, if you want me to be specific, I haven't lied.
So I will say, yeah.
It says you can, from what I'm reading. Wait, here, Jeremy Crawford, this guy. What does he say? Caster of Zone of Truth can be affected by the spell. Can be.
Okay, sure. We'll say you're affected by it, but you have to roll a saving throw.
I feel like the flavor, everyone in there, even the caster, would be affected.
Yeah,
it was charisma. It was charisma, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Charisma saving throw.
Which is why I saved on it.
Yeah, his charisma is nuts as a paladin. Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, no, I'm the only one that knows.
Right. I was just thinking with you here saying, "Fine, I will keep your name out of it." If you were indeed affected by the zone of truth, then.
So
yeah, he's wondering if you are in fact telling the truth too.
I also, if you want to metagame it, I haven't lied yet.
So
my character doesn't like to lie and doesn't lie.
When you say yeah,
hold on. What would it matter to you? You're the only one that knows if something's the truth or the false.
If you fail it, you can't do a deliberate lie at all.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
You're incapable of doing a lie. It's not like a lie detector where Leo is the one that knows if somebody's lying or not. It's you physically cannot. Leo. Yeah. So when you say yes, are you confirming like yes, like I won't, or are you lying that you're just saying it just to progress this?
So the reason I rolled the d6 was because I was doing, if I did 1 to 2, then it would be, okay, I will keep his name out of it, period. And the rest of the numbers were, I will say that I cannot confirm one way or another that I won't. So when I rolled the 2, I said, okay, I will keep his name out of it, period. I will not lie. That is my cage. That is my character.
Do a persuasion check then for me.
Jeez, I can't roll the 1d20. That's not right. +6. Okay.
+6. Holy Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charisma.
He's a paladin.
My stats. Yeah, I'm a paladin. Paladin stats are based on charisma. So
the only if I had proficiency in persuasion, I would have a +7. But I don't have that proficiency, so it's +4.
So
I'm not telling you what mine is.
When you say yes, Mikhail gives you a strong, hard look for a few moments before clapping his hands and just says, "All right, that's good. I think I trust. At least I can trust that you won't give me up." Is that a yes from everybody else? I'm not sure if I heard everyone.
Yes.
Altius, yes? Hello?
Altius is not saying anything.
I need a yes or a no. Simple answer.
What is the truth, but a believed lie? I will keep my mouth. I'm sorry. I will keep your name out of my mouth when talking to him.
Easy question. Easy answer.
It's not an easy question, easy answer. It's I will keep my name out of your mouth. So yes, you know what? You're right. It is an easy answer. Yes, it is. But
you will keep my name out of your mouth. Yes.
Look, we're not
keep
portraying
my name out your fucking mouth.
He's only asking us
only to him. Only to him. Only to the governor.
Look, the governor's only asking us to figure out what's up with the fire.
Altius,
we figured that out.
Who else would we talk to? Who else would we talk to about him?
I'm not sure.
We have no reason to bring him up.
Just
You're right.
This
I like
right here is
deniability.
An open arm for a partnership, a friendship.
I can't lie right now. I am telling you the truth. I am not sure. I don't know what you want from me.
I want the yes or a no.
He's right.
I gave you a yes. I said yes that I will keep my name out of your mouth to the governor. That's it.
Your name out of
opposite, but yeah.
His name out of your mouth.
I need
Okay. Persuasion. I am telling you the truth right now. I swear to God.
Yeah.
To the gods. I swear to the gods right now.
You're being kind of dodgy
25.
with him. And okay, that's good. That's a good roll. Oh, okay. You don't know his modifier. Oh, it could be a fail. You got a +20
Yeah, does he have a +10 modifier?
You are being strangely difficult. But I think
if anybody's being difficult here, it's Leo.
I mean, yes, right. But we're talking about youth right now. All right, small goblin Butterfinger. Yes?
Yes.
It's a yes from you. You keep my name out of your mouth with Groove and anyone else that might be enemy?
Yes.
All right. I like you.
I like you too.
Okay. Clyde? You?
Are you hiring?
Maybe? We'll talk about that later. Clyde, yes or no? I'm sorry, I completely checked out. Yes. Sure. Yes. And Clyde leans back and continues sipping out of his
Speaking of Clyde, I assume you have to go back to whoever hired you? I assume you're not coming with us.
Oh, you guys are heading to Abresis?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Wait, I just got a quick question. I critically
Clyde,
failed.
Are you working for the governor?
I don't even know who Kuv is, tell you the truth. I haven't been to Abresis in probably, well, I did ride in a ship about, what, 2 months ago? Don't know who Kuv is.
Wait,
didn't stay in Abresis.
Did Clyde roll on the wisdom save? Or
he wasn't in the zone. He was like way back.
He's with you. I don't think I might have forgotten to. I'll have him roll. I mean, he hasn't lied yet to this point that you know of.
What does it mean if I critically fail the save for the zone of truth?
Nothing.
Okay. It's just I wanted to point out that happened. Oh.
You die. Yeah, so Clyde failed, but he hasn't lied up to this point. So it doesn't really affect what's going on.
He hasn't really talked
he hasn't been, in
point.
fact, checking out. He's not really, like... He doesn't care about the whole knowledge thing. He's been very explicit about that from the beginning.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I could go to a Breezus. I could probably use a ship from there to get to where I need to meet my buyer at. Ride with you, or I might hoof it. Not in any rush.
I mean, if you'd rather walk than take a cart, man, but hey, we got you.
Me, if you guys don't mind.
You saved my butt back there with the fire elemental, so I got no reason to not like you.
Sounds good to me. Just don't drive off the road while I'm in back. I like a cart, not a bumpy cart. Get a little road sick.
Hey, that wasn't me, buddy. That was Mr. Fall Asleep with the wheel finger over here.
So,
yeah.
So what I kind of checked out. What are you guys? You head back to a Breezus to kill somebody? Is that what I heard?
Just say yes. You just have to say yes.
Gotta go back, find out if Oku is really the one responsible for the murder of the previous governor, or find out some other thing he's been doing.
Ooh, political intrigue.
We're gonna go see if this Oku fella is as straight and narrow as he says he is, or if he's as crooked as Mr. Mikhail says he is.
Yeah, I'm not a part of that. Political intrigue is not my thing. I'll stick to
fair enough.
temples and grave robbing. So that's a yes from everybody. Then we have that. Yes.
Yes.
I think that's all of us, right?
I think so.
All right. If you ever are in question of somebody that you think might be a friend of mine, just mention the sunken whale.
Sunken whale.
It's that.
Is it a literal?
Its name. It was the name of my former ship.
Aren't all whales sunken? Whatever.
Don't think about it too hard.
Was your ship named
It was the
whale
name
that got sunken?
It was the name of the sunken whale.
Why would if it were me and I owned a ship, I would name it something anything, but that's
my daughter named it.
Oh.
Shut down.
I haven't seen my daughter in several months.
Yes.
Because of that Oku guy. What?
Well, yes, I'm a wanted man. I can't go to a Breezus.
Wow.
We can go and talk to your daughter.
You could give them a message if you'd like.
You would do that for me?
Oh no.
Or
Yeah?
Question.
yeah.
I
Yes,
might
I
write
would.
a letter.
Oh, we gotta check the letter first.
No. We won't read the letter.
I mean, we won't read the letter.
How do you want to
I
camp
won't
with us
read
tonight?
another letter.
I will hold
And
the letter to make sure none of
invite
you
you-
read it.
I invite your party to camp tonight with us. In the morning, I might have something for you to take to my daughter, if that's okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
And for this, I will owe you one. Is it? Are we good with that?
Yeah.
We'll do our best to find it for you.
All right. And it's about the time that you realize it has actually been quite a while. This conversation has gone on for like over an hour, and it's starting to really get into like the sun's starting to really set, especially with the valley that you guys are in. The sun has been gone for quite a while on the other side of the mountains. Some of the other like guardsmen that have been with him have gone off and started like setting up a small camp on the exterior of the caves, and people have like lost interest in this conversation. It's they are more or less just followers of Mikhail. So there's off setting up a camp, and it's starting to get towards the night. He's like, "I've had enough time talking. Do you have any more questions before we're done, or can we pick this up another time?"
I think
grow
we're
tired
good.
of talking.
I have nothing more to ask.
Everybody's questions here. You've heard what you wanted to hear about us. We've heard about you. Why not? Let's go have a drink and have some fun, huh?
I could use drink. I will say though,
Drink.
you lot probably should come up with a name for your group. It will make things easier.
Butter.
All right,
Stop. Stop.
so-
Think
Butter.
about it.
Butter.
The Butter Boys?
Nothing. No.
And with
I like that one.
Mikhail gets up and he heads over to a group of dwarves that are all like chilling around a keg, and he grabs himself a mug and they start just talking in dwarvish amongst themselves,
Oh no.
leaving you guys alone. Be it you guys are alone, but you still have several sets of eyes on you. Like
Right.
you are still kind of outsiders to the group, despite kind of making an official pact with Mikhail.
Is there? So there is like food and drink around that we could like.
Yeah. There is. You actually see a couple of campfires are set up, and one of them actually has like what looks to be like a wild hog on a spit being like rotated. Like they actually have good food, not dry cereal rations.
I am all for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my pipe and start puffing on it and go get a drink and go
Butter.
get food.
Yes.
Do a perception check.
Wait.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good enough.
Perception +2.
So while kind of looking over, you see some food and it looks pretty tasty. You still have like a cracker left over from the caves down below. So you're in kind of nibbling on a cracker, and all of a sudden you spy a group of a couple horses that are in the area, and you get excited for a moment. You're like, "Oh yeah, Narrowleaf!" Oh wait, Narrowleaf. Shit, Narrowleaf. Narrowleaf's been by himself for a while.
On the other side of the mountain.
See, did we leave nearly?
Left on the other side of the mountain.
You left Narrowleaf in kind of like a protected like passageway up the mountain.
Up the mountain.
Yeah.
It's honestly worse.
But Narrowleaf's by themselves with all of your guys' rations.
Not quite. I still have mine in my backpack.
Yep. If you were smart enough to grab yours, then you did, but
Everything I own is in my backpack.
I just started whistling for.
Shockingly, with a -1 in strength and everything in my backpack, I am not unencumbered. Or I am unencumbered. But I don't actually have everything in my backpack.
What is your weight carried?
91 pounds.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's because I have
7 pounds.
I have 26 pounds of rations in my bag, but I don't actually have them on me. I would have left those in the cart.
How can you tell how much you can carry?
It just says unencumbered. I don't know what the total is I can carry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, my
I have no
carrying
idea.
capacity is apparently 135.
What?
Where do you see that?
Guys, we
I
left
clicked on
Maryland
unencumbered.
by themselves. We gotta go help them.
All right, I'll go with
My
you.
carrying
and get
capacity is 390.
them. What is my? Wait, where do you see this?
It says your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15, but my strength score, which is a 9. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I see. That makes sense.
Times 15?
Yeah.
I have 240. Okay.
15.
All right, we should go to Narrowleaf and check our rations. Haha.
I'll go
Are all of
with
you
you.
going? Or?
I ran over to the pit with the hog on it, so if you guys don't come up and grab me, I have no thoughts on Narrowleaf.
I'm literally fine with it just being me and Butter.
I take a piece of the hog.
So you run up to the hog.
It's nighttime right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's dark out.
It's sufficiently dark. There still is sun up, but it's hidden by the mountains, so it's dark in the valley.
Well, then I should go with so I can at least see.
I turn on my torch.
Your what? Oh, you light a torch.
Yeah, I light.
Okay.
I turn it on.
So all of you are going?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing? Nobody is staying back and feasting?
I don't know
who's...
I mean, I want to feast.
Well, I got a piece of the hog, but like...
I went and got a drink and I'm chilling it.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
yeah, I'm going.
Oh yeah, Lucy was already...
So Mikhail sees you guys start leaving. And, like, so you guys are leaving already, or are you...
No, we forgot our horse. Back.
We need to check in on our horse.
Save the hog.
Leo, you stay. Me and Butter are gonna go check on the horse, okay?
Yeah, we had a jump on. Yeah.
Now, here's an idea.
I trust
you.
I don't trust Butter, but I trust all.
You guys are more than welcome to bring your horse back here. We have plenty.
That's what I thought that was going to be the plan. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that.
Do you guys want me to come with? I can help with.
You could go relax. I got this. Don't worry.
But if something happens,
nothing will happen. You stress too much.
Don't say that. But nothing will.
So, you guys head off to go get Narrowleaf.
Feast, I guess.
Jacob, you head over to the hog that's on the spike, and there's a dwarvish man there just like slowly spinning it with like a hand crank. He's like, have some meat, boyo.
Thank you.
Got plenty to eat here.
Been a while since I had something good. Thank you.
Make sure you get some fatty. It's a lot better on that side. And he actually goes over and like rips off like a big chunk with his hands and puts it on like a plate, pretty dirty looking plate, and like shoves it in your direction.
I will gladly take it.
All right. And the other guys, you head off to go find Narrowleaf. It wasn't too much of a walk. It was about like 30 minutes into the valley. And you get up there.
Butter,
go ahead.
I've been meaning to ask you. Where do you get these questions from? I have to know. You say what's kind of on your head right off the bat, and I gotta know. Where do you come up with this? This is great.
My head?
I don't know what to have. I don't know what I was expecting. Fair enough. Okay. I was just curious. And if we keep walking.
So, you guys keep walking, and eventually, I'm assuming you're kind of walking shoulder to shoulder.
I was hoping I could ride him. Okay.
No, that's not happening. You're walking next to me.
Exactly.
So you're walking shoulder to shoulder, and it's, like I said, about 20-30 minutes of walking. And
Quick
eventually you start...
Quick sidebar. I'm just saying, I'm not that heavy.
I never said that you were heavy. I said that I do not appreciate that at all. And it is kind of offensive. Thank you.
I'm just saying, if you told me it's small.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Anyhow, let's keep going.
Alright.
Hey,
so eventually, what? Go ahead.
Just wanted to say, according to the map, Brisus in here was only 80 feet, so we could have gotten here in 2 turns.
Yeah, you guys took a really long distance. So, Butter, as you guys get closer and closer to where you remember leaving Narrowleaf, you turn the corner to a little like alcove that you had found where you stuffed the cart and narrowly, and all of a sudden you're walking alone now.
I'm walking alone?
Yep, you're walking alone.
Oh,
no. Oh,
no. Okay.
Why is he walking alone? What happened? Where am I?
Like, I stopped hearing the right?
You stop hearing just, like,
Everything.
there were the noise of, like
crickets,
night bugs, crickets, whatnot. That's gone. All you hear is the sound of your feet echoing on the stone. And it's unsettling. And
a hug.
Say nothing at all.
There's no noise but your own footsteps. And walking into the little alcove of the protected area where you left narrowly if you walk in, and the only thing there is your cart.
Hello?
Your voice echoes, hello, hello, hello.
Oh boy. I'm out.
Come in. A voice says, as it coming from the cart.
I walk closer. Alright. What's up?
Hey, friendo. How you doing?
Well, you know. Night point around like life.
Yeah, life, death, the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah. Last I heard from you was you wanted me to kill someone. If I remember.
Yeah, kill somebody. I haven't decided. Well, I hadn't decided who, but that last conversation was quite riveting.
It was something.
Tell me about this Okuv.
Good.
Well, I know.
I mean, I've seen. What do you think? Do you plan on killing him? Do you want to arrest him? Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. First, I want to question him. Why would you kill innocents? Why would you send a man to go mine gold?
Questions are so boring.
Yet you ask me questions?
Well, my questions are fun. Your questions are boring.
My questions are boring.
Tell you what.
Why are we here? Why are we doing this? Why don't you do this in front of my friends? Huh?
He snaps his finger and your voice ceases.
Oh, shit.
It's a little boring around here. I tell
What
you.
would make it more exciting for you?
You try to talk, but the voice.
Yeah.
Your lips just like flap.
I'm just like shaking my arms when.
I could use a little bit of fun around here. Tell you what. Bring me that Okuv, man. And I'll say part of your bargain is struck.
I motion like a dead.
He gives you your voice back.
I don't know that. I still dead or alive?
You can talk.
Dead or alive?
Well, the only way he's gonna get here is if he's dead.
I can drag him here. You seem to be everywhere I am.
No.
So why not expose yourself in the breezes?
Because I can't have him if he's dead. Are you thick?
Just a little.
I've set my terms.
Nice.
I want his death. I want his soul.
And what do you know about Okuv?
I don't know anything about Okuv.
Then why do you want
him?
him?
I want him.
Why?
Because it sounds fun. And just like that, the sounds of the bugs come back, and you're standing in the mountain pass, like just before the entrance to the little alcove, and Altius had seemingly continued walking, and you had just stopped standing there.
Let me guess. You didn't see him.
Am I?
Good question.
Because I absolutely would have not noticed if he was not walking.
You got about
with me.
18 feet.
18 feet.
Yep.
And I just heard him scream.
Yep. If he screamed,
you okay,
I don't know.
bud?
Yeah, like let me guess. You didn't see him.
See who?
Yeah, that's.
Okay. Man, we were just talking about how you have really good sense of humor. That wasn't funny. Who'd you see? Or did they see you?
I don't know. Let me ponder on it before I tell you I want to.
I'm just gonna keep talking, by the way.
That's where we'll end for the night.
Fucking, you're setting the warlock up to work against us.
Is he though? He wants to kill him.
Is he? Yeah.
Well, now you have to kill him.
The only one who I would go against is Discord, right?
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to kill him
because I don't want. I'm not in the business of killing Oku.
I don't think any of us were in the idea of killing him, but now you have to.
True, I have to.
I mean, if he's a big enough piece of shit, I'll shoot him. That's fine.
Do I have to? There's no way I can.
You can make that choice.
Yeah, you get to make a choice, but
yeah,
he might not like the
terms of your.
So,
bargain.
Am I to assume he's always
that he's always what?
Listening?
It's safe to assume if he's not bored or something. It's safe to assume that he's with you always.
Even while you're masturbating?
Especially.
He's like, amusing.
Especially.
Yeah, I hope tonight was fun.
It was.
For the P of tonight.
I gotta kill it.
I barely had to roll dice and we did a lot of RP. It was a good time.
It was good. I thought we were going to have a fight for a lot of the time there.
I mean, I do have a fight, written as a backup.
I kind of figured you did.
Yeah, I could have seen that turning bad really easy.
This is the first time at any point during the any of these sessions that I'm going to write a note down just for future total to look at. I didn't get to reach the thing that I wanted to say, but that's fine.
I really want to ask Mikhail stuff, but at the same time, don't want to push anything, which is why I haven't.
Wait, did I even see if Neuraleaf?
But he
we didn't get to
knows about the Silver Sanctum.
Yeah, I didn't think we get to. Okay,
you guys got to the alcove of Neuraleaf, yeah.
It takes, man. We could have got shot full of fucking arrows too.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt narratively that was a great place to end.
Oh, it is. We gotta make sure that Neuraleaf didn't eat any rations though or anything.
Oh, I guarantee you half my rations are gone.
Oh yeah.
You left the troll horse with your food.
But you're eating hog right now, so.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. And dude, my math was off originally too, so we have way more food than we
so ready for Feral to just straight up say, "Oh, Neuraleaf's gone." Or
Neuraleaf's dead. You know, I completely forgot about my pack.
I initially set that up so that you did think Neuraleaf was gone. Walking into an empty corridor.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
How did you guys like Mikhail?
I like him.
He's an interesting character.
I like him.
Do you trust him?
Just Reminds me of Khymall.
Not even slightly.
He was in the zone of truth.
I was like, yeah, exactly. He's in the zone of truth.
I trust
doesn't
him.
mean anything. You can spin your words any way that you'd like.
Do you know that?
Perspective, yeah.
Mr. Rogue.
So my character
We're not killing each
is
other.
is in the position of he trusts that he was speaking the truth, but that doesn't mean that he knows the whole truth.
Mm-hmm.
So he trusts that he wasn't lying and that he believes what he is doing is right, but that doesn't mean that he's 100% right about the situation.
This isn't the first time we heard of Okuv being kind of a dickbag, too. I had notes that he was more than likely very corrupt already.
I think Vi.
Yeah.
Vi, who I absolutely trusted.
That was the one that gave us information.
That was the one who gave us the information on Nolad.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what you said about it.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I just remember they didn't like him.
Yeah, because they didn't want to talk to us because we were working for Okuv.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, okay.
There was one, I don't know who said it, but I want to have some words with them. It's okay, I'm not mad, but who said we're not mercenaries?
I think that was Watson.
I think that was Watson, because that was after Mikhail.
We are literally being paid to hunt somebody down for creating elementals. What do you think a mercenary is?
Being paid to figure out what the
we are being paid to do something.
But that's not really a mercenary.
That's not being a mercenary. A mercenary is like a hired soldier.
Yeah.
You guys are just contractors.
What are we?
Contractors.
Okay.
We're investigation. We're trying
so we're the butter boys, right?
No, we're not the butter boys, but we're contractors.
No, we're definitely not. Ooh, the contractors.
Contractors.
The butter balls.
Think of a team name, and maybe next week you guys can talk it over at the start of the session.
The team name is the Contractors. I don't know what anybody else has to say, but that's the only truth one.
Darker Than Black wasn't that good. I appreciate you laughing.
But
it's
I hope I created a pretty good atmosphere with like the start of that conversation with Mikhail.
It
was like
for sure.
Yeah, I was so nervous. I thought we were for sure getting into a fight. I specifically didn't heal anyone because I only have 2 spell slots. Yeah, and I thought we were getting in a fight.
It's funny because now I have.
I thought we did rest.
Now I have 3 spell slots remaining after that Zone of Truth. I have a level 2 spell slot and 2 level 1s, and now 9 lay on hands.
Yeah.
I was ready to carry us out of that situation, but we all know what happened.
I was like, I had my mouse on the darkness spell.
Sorry, not sorry.
Because I thought that would be a way for us to escape.
Leo, I'm pissed at Discord. I'm pissed at your character, but like I'm way more pissed off at Jacob. And
why?
Watson.
What did I do?
You mentioned that we were working for the governor.
Okay.
He was gonna ask. I will say he was gonna ask you what your guys' association was with Okuv, no matter what.
He knew about us working out of Abresis. He was going to know something was up, and lying was not the right answer.
Do you guys want? You know what? I'm not talking anymore. I am not talking anymore. This is gonna wait until next session. Next session, I will go all in on this. But right now,
lying was not going to be a good call there.
Exactly. He would have just had his dudes fuck us up. Like
I gave him the information he wanted so that we could not die.
Good.
He also created his Zone of Truth, so it's not like so there's only so much he could do in the whole.
I was not affected by your Zone of Truth.
No, I know, but nobody knows that but me.
Right.
I'm the only one who knows who was and wasn't affected by the Zone of Truth.
I think that went as bad as well as it could have gone. We have ally now. We have
Alan?
going on. I don't know. Not necessarily now.
I liked how you were like
going against us.
I liked how you were shitting on his chip.
The guy's agreeing to help us find knowledge while we investigate. Okay.
Yeah.
I liked how you were shitting on his ship's name, and then he's like, "My
Did
daughter named."
Did you make up the daughter on the spot? Did you make that up on the spot?
Yes.
Nice. Perfect.
I did mention he had family there, so.
Right.
You did, yeah.
I left that door open, but as soon as you said it was shit, I was like, all right, here we go. We're choosing violence.
I mean, you named it the Sunken Whale, and now it's sunk. Like, you asked for it. That's all I'm saying.
It's not. So he didn't explicitly say it's sunk. He just sold it taken from him.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, but you guys excited for fucking Butter killing Okuv?
Jesus.
I honestly,
I'm ready for
Butter's character.
He just got that premonition.
Is the one I have the most like intrigue about.
Yeah.
Because it's so open to, it could be literally anything, and there's no information yet. And I love it. It's great. I also am really curious about Watson and his backstory.
Yeah. I've been wanting to like bring more of Watson's backstory that we had worked on in for a while, and this was a good opportunity for it.
I like how there's no backstory for me.
You're rogue. Your parents, parents died when you were a child. You grew up on the streets.
No, they're not dead. I just didn't know them.
We haven't really.
Fair enough.
We haven't really broadened my backstory.
Yeah, there hasn't been a great opportunity for you.
Other than the kind of offhand comment of
Hey.
how I didn't want another friend to die when I was talking to
I think you were talking
also
to me
your eyes like lit up a color once. I don't remember what color or when, but it did happen once, and I know that I noticed it in character, but I never said anything about it.
You guys got some more about my character today, if you want to take attention.
But his eyes like widened. You mentioned a couple specific names. Unless that's something different that you're talking about.
Or you're talking about Mikhail?
I was talking about Leo.
Yeah, you're talking about Leo.
Like a few sessions ago.
I believe Leo's. I gotta remember it better because I've been pretty bad at it. But pretty much, I think every time Leo has like casted a spell of some sort, his eyes flash like a glow of some color. I can't remember the color.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
A couple sessions ago, I didn't.
He casted Zone of Truth this time, so it would have happened.
Right.
It might have been. I should have been better about it to give the opportunity for people to have noticed it, but it was also a tense situation that maybe it just wasn't something that you noticed.
Yeah, people might not have noticed.
I mean,
I just figured that happens with all magic people.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I like to think that my eyes go cold and dark. But that's because I'm a shadow sorcerer, so...
Shadow?
Yeah. That's why I have Darkness spell always prepared.
He's dark flavored.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm edgy boy.
Edgy,
so, yeah.
Edgy the hedgy.
Edgy the hedgy.
Edgy the hedgy.
Next session will be the 24th.
I think. Can't.
But I know you said that
yeah, so I'm thinking I'll do my birthday stream and then we can still do this. I'm off the next day.
Okay.
So this can run as late as it needs to. And I'm thinking the birthday stream of Goose Goose Duck would only be like 3 or 4 hours. That would be 7 or 8 o'clock anyway.
So we'll plan for the 20th, same time. I'll put that thingy in chat tomorrow because I don't feel like doing it right now.
That is fair.
But I do also want to mention, if you guys have any like things that you want me to incorporate in the game, anything you want me to do better, or anything that I suck at, feel free to shoot me a DM or something. I'm always open to critical critique.
I just send you random cool stuff I hear about all the time.
Yeah.
Here's the most recent. I can't believe it's not butter thing that I've been working
my God.
on randomly. Well, I have not been in the RP.
Ooh, it's getting good.
It's
You can still tell. You can still tell.
You can still tell. Yeah.
It's not curvy enough. Yeah.
It's getting there.
Like you can tell on the left side that it's not like wrapped around properly in the red.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
It goes almost so well. I can do that. Right.
Yeah.
Also, if
thanks for DMing.
Yeah, I'm always happy to.
Yeah, thank you.
2 weeks.
It's good. Having a good time.
I'm glad to hear that you guys are enjoying it.
Very much so.
Makes doing all this stuff worth it.
Just on a side note, I love how in the Discord chat that this logo for
it's just covered in butter.
It's getting more and more refined.
All from a single pun. Like, fucking three and a half hours ago.
So good.
It was something I said under my breath. Like, I didn't even mean for people to hear it, and fucking.
To be fair, you also made the initial
you made the first
edition of that.
Yeah.
But that was because
it was a shitty like 2 seconds.
It's just so good. Like coming from like a tiny little H that wasn't quite the right blue. The H got bigger. The blue got fixed.
Yeah,
the font got fixed.
Slowly getting better.
We need to get your stream sponsored by. I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, I doubt that'll happen. Honestly, I think the best next course of action for fixing the H is somehow moving the TTER over a little bit to give it that extra bit of space it needs. Because right now it's so crunched in there.
You just gotta tilt it. So
I can make an attempt on that, but
a little bit. It needs that angle to it because everything else is angled to the.
It doesn't have the angle either.
It's the
italicized.
Well, I haven't figured a way to like italicize the H because that was a thing that I was been trying to figure out, but I have no idea how to do it.
Well, even if you did, you can't get the angle in there with the spacing anyway.
No, yeah.
If it was italicized, it'd be over the T.
Yeah.
You gotta get rid of butter. And then
I would move the H slightly over to the left, and that would like have that space in between the U and the T.
Make the TTE.
Yeah, it does need a little more space.
Yeah. And then that gives you enough space to
reach it to the.
Yeah.
I think the title of the
I don't know how to do that.
Can't believe it's not butter. Yeah.
Believe it's not butter.
Yeah, for sure.
Scoot the TTER to the right because you've already scooted BU to the left.
Last episode's title was
give the H a little bit more right and then give it some italics.
Yeah.
What was the title of the last one? It was something about
Feet Piss or Riot.
Was it milk? I think
it was right.
Milk.
Yeah.
The one before that one was Milk, I think.
Yep.
Milk.
Was it?
Last one was definitely feet pics.
Blues videos. What's in Blues videos?
Oh, I haven't uploaded in a while.
Yeah.
No, I mean like
I use
his
your
most
videos
recent
to like
videos.
go back and like catch
Recent
stuff up, drop a
podcast.
note down.
Milk.
So
Milk.
Okay, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna end stream and go to bed because I work tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.